if you start the countdown and then click start the video. That's the way I have to do it.
I was about to say, I don't know how I've got I need to get in here and learn how to, hey, everybody. I need to get in here and learn how to work StreamYard. So this is the 2021 Comic Crawl that we did. The way this started was I knew I was going to have some, weekend off, nothing to do, and I knew I was going to have a good chunk of cash left over, and I wanted to go blow it on comics. So I asked Southpaw Brad if he wanted, if I could come down to Columbia and he would show me around shops that he frequents. I was like, screw it, I've never been to Columbia. Let's go digging in Columbia, see what I can find for, some money. And instead, he was like, well, there's only like 3 shops around here, and they really don't have anything like, probably dollar binish that we'd be looking for and stuff. And he was like, what about Greenville? And I said the same. I was like, well, I mean, if there's like a sale, you can get dollar stuff all day long, but there's not a whole lot, that I haven't already dug through. So he was like, let's go to Charlotte. And he was like, why don't we hit up Nicole and Uzumaki and see if they know good places to go? And then they were just like, why don't we go with you? And so that just made it completely easier. So we all decided to just get together as a group and go do it. So I really enjoyed it. I think everybody did. We had a great time. The worst part for me was the drive down to Columbia at the very beginning of daybreak with the sun coming up on an interstate that was under construction. So that was fun. But yeah, so let's go around and everybody just say their hellos and how are they doing, and then we'll shout out the chat and then we'll get started. So we'll go with old Southpaw Brad over here.
Cool. Hey,
that was not what I wanted to hit.
He looks different. He's got a mullet too. Oh,
there we go.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We're looking forward to sharing some, not just the books, but also some stories about the trip and just. Unfortunately, like our plan was to take a lot more video, a lot more photos, and unfortunately, we had such a good time hanging out that we didn't take as many photos and as much video as we wanted to. So, well, I know you'll find out as the evening progresses that there was a sneaky member of the group who was taking photos when no one was looking. So, but I appreciate you guys. Sharing, yeah, I have no idea, but we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. I assure you. That's our big cliffhanger for our guests this evening. But hey to everybody in the chat, thanks for sharing your time with us, and look forward to hanging out tonight.
All right, and then we will go to these two.
Well, just one right this second. Okay, there he is. Okay.
There's the other one.
Your water was right here.
It's only this one. Anyway. Hey everyone, thanks for being here. We like Tylox and Brad both said, we can't wait to show you guys these comics. And one thing I gotta say is that, and I know Brad said it too, but if you get a chance to meet someone in person, definitely take up that opportunity. You'd be surprised. Comic books aside, like the memories and the experience alone is worth more than any of the comic books. Me and Nicole found Hulk 181 and it was $1. And I keep telling people you'll find it for $1, but I threw it out.
But we can't show you.
Because what matters more to me is the time that I spent with Tyler and Brad. And at the end of the day, I almost threw up looking at that book. Thinking about it, I almost want to throw up. So, like I said, thanks for being here. I can't wait to show you my stuff, except for the Hulk 181. And Brad and Tylox can't vouch for that either. They were like, their backs were turned. It was going to be a surprise for the show, but I just got so sick thinking about it. So, like I said, breaking bread with your homies, that's where it's at. And I really enjoyed the trip. And I can't wait to do it again. And maybe...
I do want to say, though, it was a lot of fun, and we did enjoy ourselves a lot, especially. I told Tyler on the way home that it was a really special experience because it's kind of just a small reminder that, like, the world really is bigger than just, the people that you have in your hometown or whatever. It's bigger than the internet. You know what I mean? You can meet new people, and I'm not articulating it as well as I articulated it to Tyler, but it was really special for me, and I like getting to meet new people and, you know, past just talking online, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that crazy new experience of going to meet people from online. It was new and crazy and awesome. That's it.
All right. Okay. So.
Sorry, I didn't bring the Hulk 181.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Wait, you found a Hulk 181 for real for a buck?
There's a ton of other ones out there for $1.
Exactly. That's what I keep saying, Brad. I keep saying it.
Wait, so there's a ton of them. Let me get this straight. You found a Hulk 181 for $1?
Yeah, in my lifetime, it was a joke about.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you was talking about on this dig, and I was like, you didn't tell me or Brad. We would have bought it. What was wrong with it? Like, I would have cared.
No, in the joke, I did buy it.
It wasn't up to your standards, Tylox. We know.
Oh my god!
It was a beat up copy, dude. Honestly, when I looked at it, I wouldn't have given it to either one of you because I was like, this makes them look poor. It was like a 0.5, dude, and the value stamp was in there, dude. Someone even ripped out another page from another one and stuck that one in there, so there was technically 2 value pages, dude. It was, but I didn't think you'd like it. So.
Okay, wow. So let's get to the chat. Shout out people who actually showed up since I blew up everybody's Instagram messenger.
Hey Glenn, hey Mike, hey Chucks.
Yeah.
Wait for Tylox to shout out the chat.
Yeah.
All right, we got X11 Bravo Comics. Hello. Myself, how am I doing? I'm doing fine.
Hey Tylox.
Evils Comics, how you doing, Mike? Glad you made it. We'll skip me again, saying hey to people. Lord Chucks.
What's up?
We got Phil and his
Phil.
equally amazing moment. God Almighty, those clips last night. Like I really want to get a hold of that clip.
That's my favorite clip.
Glenn 2K12.
What's up, Glenn?
What's up, Glenn? It's about to stink in here. Circumstances. What's up?
What's up, bro?
I really hope what happens next year comes to fruition, so we get to hang out with Circumstances next year.
Oh, absolutely.
My best friend Heather using my high school nickname. That's a whole nother story.
Heather's the one who came and got the books for you while we were in Charlotte. Didn't you have a package sitting here and you asked her to come get the package for you?
She came by my house. She's also my spare key person because she lives like really close to me. And so when we were in Charlotte, my books for my pull books were getting dropped off on the porch. And I knew I wasn't going to get home till like late. So I was like, hey, can you swing by and grab those and take them into the house for me so nobody steals them off my porch? We got Gary B,
hey, Gary.
The guy. Nice to see you, sir. This whole thing kind of ended up as a backhanded way of doing a hashtag grow together thing. We just took it on a bigger scale, I guess. Or what we just did it besides using videos. We just did it by seeing each other in person, the old school way. And I think, we got Howler Mouse. Oh man.
What's up, Howler Mouse?
Oh man, Howler Mouse. Howler has been on YouTube for forever. If you want to know anything about Jack Kirby or like any of the old DC Marvel stuff, look to his channel for much wisdom. That's how I found out about just about everything. Nice. It is not a fart-free zone in here, Glenn. You can fart all you want. You have to live with it, not us. Lots and lots of people saying hello. Twinkle Tylox. Now that's going to be a thing. No, it does not have anything to do with Twilight. All right, that is the chat so far. Hopefully we have other people jump in, but everybody seems to be conversing with each other pretty well. So let's get this show on the road. I was trying to pull up a video file of when I first arrived at Brad's house because he took a great video, but I cannot for the life of me get on my computer. Hold on, I will try.
While why don't we
try one last ditch thing? Well, I'll wait till one of y'all's talking, and I'm gonna try one last ditch thing.
Because I was going to say, if you email it to yourself, you should be able to pull the email and save it to your desktop. And
actually, what I might be able to do is this.
But do we want to pick like a location and show what we got? We'll all take turns showing what we got from that location.
Yeah, that works for me. I have it all separated out.
I do too.
Okay, let's see here.
For the most part, I think.
Brad, you gonna go first?
Why don't y'all go first?
Okay. Are we starting at the first location?
Yeah, we're starting at the first location. But I actually want to start off with Nicole showing. Brad won up everybody immediately. Yeah, he won up everybody immediately. When he ran into us, he gave us gifts. And we all felt like garbage because none of us brought gifts for the other ones. So we all felt horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you did deliver this winning from your 100 subscriber giveaway. So apparently I found out like a week after. I wasn't able to watch his live video when he did the 100 subscriber giveaway. I found out a week later that I won this pop, and he was like, "Oh, I'll just take it to Brad when I go down there." So this is actually my first pop. So I got that when Tylock showed up to my house. So that's really cool.
If you want to count it, I'll count it. That way I feel less bad.
Well, I mean, if we want to count winnings as gifts, then I don't know. We'll have to go to the judges.
It's coming to you either way. All right, so we'll go by location. I don't know. We'll go by location, but go ahead and y'all show what Brad gave y'all as gifts.
All right, right on. First and foremost.
Are you going first?
I was just gonna say something.
Oh, go ahead and say it.
He's a very observant and humble man. Shout out to Brad. If y'all haven't taken the time to just say hello to Brad, say hello to Brad. Not for comics,
he listens.
He listens. He's got a lot of wealth of knowledge in terms of just speculation on comics and knowledge on what is inside of comics. It's far beyond mine. So, like I said, shout out to Brad because he's immensely humble, super dope man, super smart, super kind, and I think about it every night since I threw it out. I wish I had just given him the Hulk 181. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So,
okay.
For anybody who watched JD's show, which Brad did, and he remembered, which really surprised me because I have a terrible memory. And I didn't really think like anybody would like pay attention like that. But
first off, I wanted to say that this literally meant the world to her.
It really did. Like I don't have the words to express how happy this made me. And I have been babying this book since he gave it to me, and I won't let anybody else touch it. But he got me the Dark Crystal #1, which I've been looking for a really long time. Yeah. I went to our local Comic-Con recently. And I was looking through back issues and I found a #2 and I was like, oh, babe, look, I found Dark Crystal #2. And then he's like, you already have that book. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. And so I'm really happy Brad got me that #1. It means the world.
It meant the world to her, for real. And honestly, this next one is way cooler than that because everyone knows about it.
Because it's yours.
What's mine's hers and what's hers mine. So
that's
actually,
true. That's true.
Whoever lives longer gets the most.
Yeah. Who gets
but this is and honestly, Brad, thanks for this. I did not know it was in here. And second off, you can ask Nikki. I was looking at a bunch of other back issues of the same title, and the artwork on this series is phenomenal. And there's another guy that works on it that you would almost think was Eastman on some of the later issues. But Brad gave me Grimjack issue 26. And first off, 26 is my favorite number. Not like he knew that, but he did know that I love turtles.
I'm clairvoyant too. I'm attentive and I'm clairvoyant.
I have to say this real quick. Hashtag look at me is what we're doing right now. I just saw Comic Journey in the chat. What's up,
look at me. Don't look at him.
DJ, we are doing look at me right now.
Yeah.
So Grimjack 26 is phenomenal because I've only posted like one time on my Instagram, or like one day, and it was like a couple posts. But on that, I did showcase some other stuff like Plasm, and there are other issues out there, Usagi Yojimbo, Critters, stuff like that has like little sprinkles of turtles in it. But I did not know that Grimjack, at the halfway point of the issue, for the rest of the issue, has a full case story by Eastman. I hate this camera. Okay, so I mean, you know, as we can see, Leonardo's clearly getting some loving, and honestly, you guys should look into some of the older turtles before they got big. Appearances like this, the turtles are dark, they're funny, they've got guns, and it's okay for people to smoke in the background. Greatly appreciated, Brad, because I thoroughly, this will never leave my collection. It'll sit right there with all the Ninja Turtles, all of them.
Yeah, like how many years after that book was produced or published were you born? I don't know if we ever determined that. That book was, I think, 86.
Yeah. Well, I believe it was 87
or 87. Yeah.
That makes me feel old.
No kidding. Yeah.
Let's see.
So he wants to know how many years that came out before you
Yeah,
were
and I
born.
want to properly like know, but the inside cover is an advertisement. Hold on, let me check the back. Sorry about this.
Yeah, I think it was like
Yeah, no, it's 86. So 8 years. 8 years after this. Well, 7.5 if it released in November, like I said.
There you go.
What's up, Gore Vidal? I don't think I've ever seen Gore on one of my live videos. What's up?
It's so wild. Greatly appreciated, Brad.
You're welcome. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And then also, another thing about Brad, I asked him, you know, in conversation while we were breaking bread and eating together, I was like, well, what do you like? This man wouldn't tell me, not in a simple manner. So pry it out of him. Pry it out of him.
It's because I think it's because we collect such, like, we all four of us collect differently, I guess is what I would say. We all four collect differently. So
absolutely. Yeah.
So
like,
so we were we were like picking each other's brain and stuff about one of these one day this week. I'm going to share. I went to the LCS this week and I bought more indie books this week than I ever have. So
nice. Oh, and I saw
is
the record you got, the CD. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, man, that was dope. And you know, we'll talk. I think I'm going to go, just in case, I'm going to go pick up a couple of other copies of that. So y'all can.
Well, y'all go ahead and start with what y'all got at the first location, because since you said something about music, I forgot two things I got this weekend.
Hey,
that's right.
Did you show off what Brad gave you?
I have not yet, but I will if y'all really want me to. Okay.
Well, that's what. Yeah. Let's and then
I'll do that. All right. So Brad, being an instigator, and so is Sith, and so is Slim Comics. Everybody instigating, but Brad really pushed me over the edge. Knew that when I was younger, I had said that I collected baseball cards. I didn't know what happened to them, and I was, on the fence about getting into them again because I had a big collection before. I didn't have any now. Why start? So Brad gave me baseball cards. He gave me. He knows I'm a fan of the '90s Braves, so he got me Tom Glavine's rookie card, who is not like, this one really means a lot because he was one of my favorite players on the team. He's a left-hander, just like me, Brad, and Uzi. All found out we're all Southpaws. So he was a left-handed pitcher. He was always really solid. I thought he was very underrated. I remember him throwing quite a few no-hitters and one-hitters. It was an amazing pitcher. I think he's very underrated. The biggest card, I guess you could say, if most people would consider it, would be Chipper Jones' rookie card, who is, of course, just like Tom Glavine, Hall of Fame, third baseman, incredible at the position, great hitter, great infielder. I wouldn't put anything past him. Great at what he did. Yeah. And of course, John Smoltz rookie card, who is also a very underrated pitcher. Just looking at these makes me remember watching them play on like lots of lazy Sundays, on the couch at my grandparents' house watching a Braves game during the afternoon, maybe taking a nap, waking up and catching the end, or like, cheering them on for their first World Series run that I got to see them go to. So yeah, it really means a lot to me. Brad's knocking it out of the park, scoring many, many future friendship points that I'm going to have to cash in on him one day, and just like, try to make
Or
it
you'll
even.
Curse me for pushing you down and back down another slope. That's you.
I'm gonna buy so many cards now.
Hey, the good thing about cards is it takes up a heck of a lot less room than those short boxes and long boxes do. So
yeah, the only thing that's killing me is that I already know I'm like, so I got to buy sleeves and then hard cases and then boxes to put cards in. So there's supplies involved, but I'm gonna love it anyway. I'm kind of glad you pushed me down this rabbit hole, because I was really on the fence about it, and I probably wasn't going to make the leap myself. But, I guess I needed that little gentle shove over the edge to spend a lot more money. That is not your cat. That is my cat. Turtles, Behold Cerberus. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, Phil, shout out to every single one of those titles. Grimjack, I've already admitted I'm new to, but Grindel's Her Grail, Cerebus. It's hard to find issues under. Honestly,
as a Red Sox fan now, Journey, don't get me started on that. I do want Jeter's card, and I do want some other Yankees card. Don Mattingly, incredible player, played for the Yankees for a while. Yay, more things to spend money on. Yes.
Good thing you've got an endless amount of disposable income.
Yeah, I know, right? And he also knows that I'm working on my Webba Spiderman, which you guys will see I took huge chunk out of. But he was paying attention to the ones I guess I did have and didn't have, and he got me one of the more, I think, expensive ones that I have left to get. Is what Chance's first appearance. It's Webba Spider-Man number 15. This cover is incredible. I think this cover is really underrated. I love the green and the gold. I think it's awesome. He's right there on the cover. Definitely full first appearance. Can't argue with it. Cover appearance, everything, all that good stuff. And this is, like I said, one of the probably, I think, more expensive ones that I thought I had to get. I found another one later on our trip, but so I'm really glad for that, because anything that helps me chip away at that run. I thought that run was way smaller than it was, and I made this goal halfway through the year, and now I'm kind of regretting it. But we'll see if I get it completed.
I actually got that as a spec book on one of my videos, and you said, hopefully I get that one when we go to Charlotte, and I'm like, yes, you will.
So, okay. Well, see, there you go.
I went ahead and I'll put it aside when you said that, because I was like, yeah, we'll make sure that one's checked off the list. So
yeah, you got to try to get all those spec books before copy. I don't need to spend money on it for any other reasons. I know there's always something else you can get. Oh God, Gary, just do it. Just jump in.
Yeah, they do take up a lot less room.
There you go, Gary. Here's your
name cards. I know that.
Mm-hmm. And they do. It's confirmed. So there you
Mike's
go.
Mike's confirming it. Yeah, Mike confirms it.
All right. So those are the gifts. I don't even know what. Like, dude, when he handed me that package and I saw what was in it, I was instantly just like, oh my God! I felt so bad that I didn't bring anything. I mean, other than the thing he won anyway. But you know what? It's a friend thing. Like, you give somebody something, they might not have anything for you right then, but down the road they give you something. It just, it comes back.
I gave him a big hug.
That was totally worth it.
A big hug.
That was worth all the gifts. So, that was worth all of them.
Speaking of things I spend money on, I have to start getting kids ready for bed.
Are kids expensive? I've heard
two different things. I've heard they're immensely expensive, and then I've heard they're a piece of cake. You just put them in your pocket and give them an M&M every once in a while, and they're fine.
Sometimes that works too.
I think it just depends on the kid. All right, so we'll throw it back to Nicole. Actually, we'll throw it to Brad, since he hasn't been on screen yet, and we will let him show what he got at our first stop which is, I didn't get a card for the guy, I don't think. Let me look real quick. But I do want to give him a shout out. Hardy Boys Comics in in Charlotte, North Carolina.
They had everything.
Oh my God, he had everything. Like, okay, so downstairs is like a little knick-knack store for like little, you go to your grandma's house and there's all these knickknacks and you're like, where does she find all this crap? This is the place where you find all that crap. And so he had everything. And then, but when you go upstairs and it gets to his corner, it just turns into action figures and comics and records. So that's the first place we hit up. The guy was really nice. The store was nicely organized, and we could have all spent all our money right there probably, but we showed some restraint. So Brad,
you tried.
Show what you got.
You absolutely tried to spend all yours there.
Mm-hmm.
I was so one of the things I collect, for those of you who don't know, I collect spec books. I like to get books for first appearances. I like milestone issues, like an issue 50 or 100 or 150. As a kid, that's what I collected. So and I liked first appearances back then, so it's kind of ingrained in my collecting now. So I still enjoy doing that. I like seeing if I can figure out who's going to be in the next movie or whatever. I just enjoy doing that. But I do have runs that I collect also. And back when I was a kid, one of my favorite artists is John Byrne, because I collected Fantastic Four and Alpha Flight back in the early 80s. So he was the guy. I mean, he was working on a lot of big titles back in the day. So I still, I do runs. I do some runs now. And one of the ones that I recently started to pick up was I went to a local comic book convention, and they had, you look in the dollar bins. I would rather look in the dollar bins than look on the, look at the wall books. So this one guy had dollar books, and he had about 36 books in the Daredevil Volume 2 run, which is the same run that has first appearance of Echo. And there's actually 2 story arcs in that Volume 2 Daredevil run. So I'm gradually piecing that together. So one of the ones I found was Daredevil 113, and this is a story arc that contains Lady Bullseye. So she's kind of a hot character, and I think she's actually on. Actually on, or is going to be on, that Hit Monkey show on Hulu. So Lady Bullseye has been kind of a hot book. This is her first appearance was in issue 111, but this is issue 113. So that one, those of you who follow my channel have heard me talk a bit about, I like to pick up Doom covers, Dr. Doom, # Doom Crew. That's for free, Free Energy is a big, big
Doom shout out to my boy Free Energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. He's a huge fan. In fact, I joke, like I'll post a picture of a Doom cover on Instagram and I'll tag him and say, hey man, you got this one? I was like, oh wait, that's a stupid question. And he's like, yeah, I've had that one for about 10 years or whatever, so he's a big time Doom guy, but we enjoy sharing those things. So I got Fantastic Four 330 and it's a really cool Doom cover.
Yeah, that's nice. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've never seen that, but that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really, really neat. And it's a recent, this was $1 cover price. So a recent book. It's the art kind of looks like a throwback style to me. It looks like an older book than it is.
Absolutely.
It does.
So I got that one. I got Fantastic Four 320. And this is an homage cover to an earlier Fantastic Four book.
When he's coming over the city. That's nice.
If anybody in the chat knows knows what that early homage is, I forget, but love that one. And of course, anytime the Thing and the Hulk square off, I like checking that out. And then Fantastic Four 319. This is Dr. Doom versus the Beyonder, and I think there's a origin story of the Beyonder in this book. So yeah, that was like $350. But most of these were like, $1, $1.50. A couple of Ghost Rider spec books. So this is Ghost Rider Volume 2. I got issue number 7, which is not only difficult to get without any spine ticks because of that heavy color on that cover there, but it's the first time that Ghost Rider battles Scarecrow in a comic. So that was $1. So I picked that one up. And this is Ghost Rider 14, and this is the first time that Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch meet. So Johnny Blaze is the original Ghost Rider. Danny Ketch is the second Ghost Rider. First time they meet. So these collectibles, that would be Fantastic Four 39. Kudos, man. Thanks. That homage was Fantastic Four 39. So
that Ghost Rider series you picked up.
Oh, that's another old schooler right there. Hippie's Collectibles. What's up, dude? I haven't seen him ever. You need to get your channel back right.
That Ghost Rider series had a lot of great covers in it.
Yeah, man, that was
up until issue 50. Everything after that, but I would love to have 1 through 50.
Yeah, Jim Lee did. He did a great Ghost Rider with the Punisher. I mean, it was really good. I picked up this Mark Spector Moon Knight number 32, and I looked through. I was doing a little research, and Moon Knight has taken on Demogoblin on several occasions. I think this might be the first time they meet. So, but anything Mark Spector Moon Knight is worth picking up, especially if it's $1. So,
that's a good one.
This one is Uncanny X-Men 333. This is Basilisk. It's this is a new villain for the X-Men at the time, and this was something that Seth Lordley had speculated on. He found that they were producing a new X-Men toy of, I think it's Basilisk. I need to look. I should have looked that up, but they had just produced a new toy of this character. So he was like, "Hey, I'm going to go back and get some of the first appearances just in case." So for $1, I was like, "Hey, I'll do the same." This was a straight up cover buy, although issue 1 is kind of tough to find. Well, this whole series is a little difficult to find, but this is Secret War by Brian Michael Bendis, and issue 1 has the first appearance of Daisy Johnson Quake from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and that was this whole series is kind of difficult to find, but I picked this one up. It was $1, and it's because I didn't see it that much, but thought it was a cool cover, and that is a metallic treatment on the.
That's cool.
It was shiny for $1. I had to get it. It was shiny.
Oh yeah,
So,
of course.
This book, Avengers West Coast 52. This is there's actually some WandaVision connection here. Franklin Richards battles Mephisto, I think, or either it's maybe it's Pandemonium. He battles Pandemonium, and he releases these demons that go on to be Tommy and Billy, Wanda's kids. So it's a weird backstory that I said, that's probably not the way they'll do it in the movies, but for $1, and the book's in really good shape, and it's and it's a newsstand. So I said, hey, why not? This is Adam Warlock stuff just going nuts after they added, after they had the casting. So this is Infinity Countdown, Adam Warlock. This is Mike Allred did the artwork on this one, and anything with
that's a really, really cool
Adam Warlock. He's it's just really intense cover there. But I like all these books for $1. Now this was the most expensive book I bought all day, and this is a nostalgia book for sure. But this is number 1, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I should have got that.
They had 3 of them in that first place. So So yeah, I was bless you.
I should have,
Thank
but I
you.
didn't.
Yeah, like you said, I meant to get one myself. They had, like Brad said, they had 3 copies, and then they even had like a set with like, I think Tylock showed me with like 2 to 10.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
that's
Or,
right.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 to 10, and then it was like, and then they had like 3 number 1s. I didn't. I should have got it. I don't know why I
And then
didn't.
of course, you've got the Judas Priest reference on the cover, scraping the jaw, scraping
yeah.
the jaw.
Like that right there almost made me want to get it.
I saw Sergeant Slaughterhouse in the chat. What's up?
Hey, what's up? And Brian and actual
Yeah, we had
Dracula.
a couple new people.
Yeah,
in
hey
there.
everyone.
Dracula,
Kitty Pop.
Brian.
Yeah, LCS. What's up, Brian? Hopefully, I will get my Avengers 50 books in so you can pick one up and I can shoot one out to you so you can give it away as a prize. But apparently, Diamond, or was it the software got hacked or something again for Diamond? I don't know.
Again, or just still?
Or it was still from the last time. I think they hacked it and then just never gave it back. And they don't. Apparently, Diamond doesn't have the ability to get a hacker to get them out. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, that's
like
weird.
hacking with hacking, I say.
Okay.
All right, so who's up next?
That was everything.
Well, I was about to say I will let you two
You sure?
go next.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we got most of our stuff from the first place.
Well, I only got a couple things from the first place. You
Yeah.
want me to just show what I got first since I don't have as many?
I was just gonna start out with what the kids specifically picked out.
Okay.
So these were Thaddeus's. He picked out Double Dragon issue 1, which awesome cover, awesome issue to pick up. $1.
Mm-hmm.
And he also picked up issue 3 of the Real Ghostbusters. And
Nice.
I asked him, I said, you know, why are you picking that up? And I thought it was real sweet. He actually wants to give this to my father-in-law. So this is
Oh,
for my father-in-law. And Esther, we love, dude, the fact that we found such early issues is amazing. Second off, these are hard to find, period.
Well, didn't Hylox find one of those?
He did at Second and Draw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Esther found Barbie issue 7 by Marvel.
for some reason, when I found my copy, I didn't know which one of you would want it, whether it be your little girl,
Yeah.
Nicole, or maybe even Uzumaki. But I
Honestly,
knew.
I love them. I'm the one that
I like them a lot too, but they're
And-
for her.
Also issue 2, because we should all have a Winter Wonderland.
Mhm.
Awesome. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a dope cover. Who does the cover? Does it say?
Mike wants the Barbie books really bad.
Yeah, I knew Mike would love these.
Something Mary.
Okay.
Mary and Roy.
I know Empire's been collecting all that stuff, all that nostalgic stuff from back in the 80s and 90s.
I think Empire's got everybody collecting all that stuff. Is what's
Yeah,
happening.
That's all me and Nikki have ever collected. I don't really
Yeah,
care about super. But
Nice
this
ad.
is a Mario ad.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Oh, she loves mermaids. I guess there's mermaids in it.
June Brigman and Amanda Connor.
Okay.
And
Oh, Amanda Connor. I know that name.
Renee
You're thinking of
Witters.
Sarah Connor.
No, Amanda Connor, I think she's an artist now. Or
Yeah,
writer.
no one. Oh wow, Tom DeFalco. It was the editor in chief.
Mhm.
Cool.
But yeah, no one specifically is given credit for the interior or the cover. It just breaks it down into writers, pencilers, inkers, colorists, letterers. A lot of
Okay.
people.
Perhaps that was back in the day when, hey, if you draw it, you do from the cover all the way through. Yeah, there wasn't
Yeah.
a different cover artist. That's cool.
Absolutely, I love that we found those. And then Nikki, you can show those.
So, did Thaddeus find these?
I found them.
Tyler found these for me. So Thaddeus picked me up a book
And
too.
Tylox
but
did find. He did point out they had the rest of the series 2 to like 19.
They did, but I was trying to save some money so we could go to some other stores. So I only got.
Yeah, I was in the same boat.
Yeah,
I wasn't
I
helping
got
anybody.
issue
They,
one.
they didn't have number 12. I'm not like an idiot. Like I'm like, oh wow.
Anyways, I got Batman Adventures #1.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Very clean copy for like $3, I think.
Yep.
I was about to say, like, for anything, for $1, $2, $3, pick those up all day long.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Dave?
And, well, I've never been able to find it anywhere else, and I look everywhere I go.
And yeah, like I've said on your last show, I'm not paying $15, $20 for any comic. So
But
unless it's Ninja Turtles or Bone number 1 through 6 or Invincible 1 through 6, I would love to find those for $5.
this one I did find. Well,
That
it was
was it?
for a little bit more expensive, like $8, and it's Gotham Adventures #1.
Yeah, that's the first time
that's
they
cool.
came together in a title on the Adventures animated series. I love that we found them, both of those in the same place.
He's like my little comic encyclopedia.
Keeping into like DC though, I have 1 through 4, well 0 through 4, so I was extremely excited to find these. And I have like other random, like I know I have 5 of Catwoman and 9 with Joker. I don't have 10 through 13, but for $1 a piece, I had to get them because all these are really going to like our kids in the end. And this is an amazing story when he gets old enough to read it. So it ties in with Longest Halloween, but Dark Victory. So I found issue 4 and issue 5. I love these covers.
Yeah, those are cool.
And issue 6, probably one of my favorites. Issue 7,
I like the covers on these.
Oh man, they're awesome.
issue 8.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. That's actually Robin and Batman Orphans.
Orphans.
Poor orphans. And then my favorite.
Wow.
This is like the original 3 Jokers.
Oh my God.
This right here. I love this. And then just to show people that don't know what the other ones look like. Issue 3 is Scarecrow.
Okay.
And, issue 0 is Two-Face and Batman.
Oh, that's a dope cover too.
Issue 2 is the Riddler. And
that's cool.
I have issue 1 separated because it's a thicker cover, but issue 1's Batman. And highly suggest the series. It ties in along as Halloween, and it's phenomenal. So Thaddeus, while he was digging, he found this for Nicole. And it was really
hold
cool
on.
because, yeah, I'm going to let you show it. But
Well, not only I just want to say that
I'm glad he showed it. He almost passed it up. He was like, this looks like Turtles, Dad. And it is homaging Turtles, and I'm really glad. Thank you for your eyes, son.
there's
You got him to the point where he's like, I've seen that cover before.
Oh, he picks up amazing cover,
Yeah,
dude.
he
He can tell you more than I can just because he listens to me,
He
and then
found,
I forget because of work.
what was it that he found the first appearance of somebody and he knew it was
First Jubilee.
that's what it was.
Yeah, I said, what issue is it? He was the first Jubilee, Dad. And my son doesn't sound like that, but he doesn't sound like this.
Yeah,
so.
we went to a yard sale
For
and
$1.
he found the first appearance of Jubilee for $1. I was like, I want this book looks familiar, and then off the top of his head, he's like,
244.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's on my Instagram. There was like a yard sale like thing, and it had image number 1, stupid image with the spawn on it. I love that cover.
It's not like the best copy in the world.
Oh
but
yeah, it's not, but for $1, I mean,
Mhm.
good find, son. And honestly, I not even the find, good memory, not good. And it pleases me that he.
Hey, buddy. Not that buddy.
I know, but he keeps the amount of knowledge that boy actually can store and
Is he peeking in the room because you're talking good about him?
He keeps trying to come downstairs and ask me for pudding. He wants pudding.
But he was already told, like,
I told him to wait.
wait till we're done. It won't take long. You can have your pudding. And
There's always time for pudding.
yeah, but see, right now, if he was having pudding, my son would get distracted and there would be pudding on his clothes.
Yeah.
That's
And,
true.
yeah, so. But he found this. I'm super glad he asked me. He was like, Dad. And I said, yeah, your mom, she really wants that. And issue 1 and 2 and a little dual pack, which we need to rebag and board all these, but 1 and 2 of.
I saw it on Hidden Gems channel first, and he actually has the 3D versions of these, which these I don't think these ones are 3D, but adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
No, there's 2 different series.
Oh.
Yeah, and
We'll see.
this is
I don't
the
know.
first series, and then they did the 3D one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is a series I'd love to have found because we also have the koalas, and they did a Abbey Road Beatles homage. I love all that old like Fantagraphics, like creature comics.
I just picked that book up with a first and a second print of that same. That's issue 1.
Black
Yeah,
Belt
that-
Hamsters?
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
This
picked
one-
up issue 1 and a first and second print recently.
Yeah.
That's really cool looking cover though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if these are first and
And-
second prints.
Shout out to my kids because they really do most of the digging. I mean, like like the fact that they take the time to go through the 50-cent bins is the best. So we
If
found
you train them properly now, when they can drive, you can just send them off into
Mm-hmm.
different directions and have them fun and bring back their sport to the house.
Yeah.
So,
we'll do it together. That's how he's gonna find first print Ninja Turtles and keep it from me till he's 18.
well, he's got to track down that 181 too. That slipped.
Oh,
through our
that's
hand.
fine. Everyone should have that for $1.
For $1.
But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, only a select 3,000 people should have that. And whatever the print run is, those select elite. And he needs to understand that in the pyramid system of families, I am the father. Upon my death, may you have it. So, anyway, 50 cents. Love to pick them up. Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
Can't even wait. Like we love.
Oh
learning
my
new stuff.
God.
And it's really cool too to be able to like pass these on to Thaddeus and let him read them because I grew up watching this too, and because it was by the time I was a kid, I mean he just made appearances and stuff like Honey I Shrunk the Kids and whatnot, but that interested me enough, and my grandma had all the old like VHSs and stuff. I love this show.
I think that that movie's airing for free on Amazon Prime right now.
Really?
Is it? I need
That's
to
dope.
show it to Thaddeus.
And this is
Mhm.
my favorite cover, issue
Yeah.
5.
That's
Just
cool.
love it.
Oh yeah.
In the first store.
Yeah, the movie is on Amazon Prime right now. I know because I've watched it because that movie's dope.
Then, like I said, I'll pick these up anytime I see them. Trying to collect the whole run of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles adventures.
Oh yeah. You're gonna make Mike pop again because he's collecting those too. I know he is. I think everybody is, but I know Mike's really
Actually,
one.
based on what he's publicly said, there's no need for him to collect them anymore. He said that he wanted issue 8 because of the nostalgia of it was one of his first comics, and I was there for that conversation.
Listen, you.
Oh yeah, that's right. He
He's
did.
here to defend
And now
himself.
Dave has though publicly screamed like, "Oh, I love turtles." So now Mike said he likes them, but he actually has publicly said his Grail runs Batman. So
That's right.
he said,
Oh,
"Oh, yeah."
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
and you got that from. So we're
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Your collecting of turtles is finesse. It's done. And then I
Hey,
got
free. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, free before that
Just
period.
kidding.
Like, I may have over exaggerated the decade thing, but you said I've only been collecting for 7 months. I may have over exaggerated that part of the story, but the part that's true is that I show a book and you say, "Oh yeah, I've
You
had
know
that
what?
one."
I showed him a dude.
Here's the picture of my
I've never
wall.
seen before, but I don't remember which one it was.
And he's like, I've got that one. Actually, here it is. And he shows a picture of his wall with his, he's got like 2 shelves worth of Doom books. It's just like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does.
holy grail
And
books. So
that's mad respect. Seriously,
I
'cause,
did over exaggerate the decade, but the rest of that story is 1,000% true. So.
the fact that you collect like what you like and it's very apparent. I anyone who does that, like Mike, when he starts to talk about turtles, I'm like, bro, what? You don't even like that. I'm just kidding. So I also got this cover, and I also got issue 19, 13. That was 19, 25, 19, 13, and then I actually got a really clean copy. I don't buy a lot. Every copy of these I find of the movie like reiterations are either beat up, scratched, spine tick, the spine's rolled. So to find
Or
it,
they have like tears on
yeah,
it.
tears. I like number 1, the actual movie, like no, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, something Power of Ooze. I found that one. That one's right down the street, but like I refused to pay even $1 for it because like the front cover is like got a huge piece missing. But I found
Secret of the Ooze. That's what it was. Secret of
Well,
the Ooze.
yeah, but whatever the third one is. But so we found issue. Number
Third
2.
one's where they went back in time, wasn't it?
I don't know, but the cover they're coming out of the sewers.
Okay.
I can't remember. And that's everything. Oh no, technically.
Oh, hold on, I got this too. This
yeah.
is what.
So we don't just collect comics like Tyler and Brad and a lot of people, but like this is what we spent the most. Yeah, all those were $1 or 50 cents or $2. But anything Grateful Dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is the front of the shirt.
I love that.
This is the back of the shirt.
Yeah. And then
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
You know,
any of this original
one of those bands that I wrote off when I was younger because it was old people music. But then once I started listening to it when I was older, and I watched the documentary with Bob Weir, I was like, oh my God, I would have hung out with these guys in high school. Like we would have all been friends with each other.
Yeah.
These guys are all like, cut up the same way I do and everything.
On the contrary, like Jerry Garcia was one of my biggest idols, like in music inspirations in general.
Oh,
like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna act like the Grateful Dead can sing. And it don't matter. But what happens with their hands, like, is
my God,
he's a very underrated guitarist.
Oh,
very underrated. Bob Weir is honestly now one of my favorite.
Period. Everything, the culture that came from the Deads. A lot of people don't know this.
Oh,
the person, their glass blowing, tapestry making, and like internationally. Anyway, what the Dead? Look into it. The Dead correlate to Amsterdam, and a lot of the marijuana.
Please
I'll stop.
Me in the eye.
I'll stop. But Grateful Dead is awesome.
Yeah,
and any of their
I really love them now, and it's really weird how that happens. Like you're younger and you're just like, oh, I don't care about that band, and then when you get older, you're like, oh my God, they were geniuses.
Yeah, they really were, man. And on top of that, like a lot of their stuff's hard to find because Deadheads either like lose affection for, materialistic stuff and it gets trashed or faded or given away. It fades out with time. They don't, you'll very rarely find a Deadhead selling his stuff. It's usually someone who acquired a Deadhead stuff that wants hundreds and thousands of dollars for stuff because.
Yeah, unfortunately, that shirt was the only one he had left of.
Don't talk about it if you don't want me to give him a bad. But yeah, he did. Anytime I find Deadhead stuff, I'll pick that up. The shirt was $20. The poster was $12, and happily spent too. Once that poster's framed, there is a little tearing, but none of the image is missing. It's actually a really eerie poster. At the bottom, it says there's 3 panels with the dancing bears are like talking to Jerry Garcia, the bus driver, and they're like, "The show must have started by now." And Jerry goes, "It's okay. They surely." And then it says ... And then on the last panel, it's actually super eerie. It says they surely won't start without me. And it's at the bottom. There's a skull, and it says "in." But again, because my father-in-law even was like, when I showed it to him out of excitement, he was like, "But didn't they like skulls?" And I'm like, look into it. The skeleton skull never is missing a headdress. So the fact that skull at the bottom is missing a headdress, period. Look into it. It will always have the rose band, Uncle Sam's hat, baseball cap. They do not have that skull, the skeleton man, without. And if the skull's by itself, they do the steal your face icon. And then that goes into the military. I'll talk about Grateful Dead forever, but it's eerie because that poster, the year it was released was the year Jerry died. It's kind of like John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
What's up, the SCG? All right, so is that everything y'all got at the first place?
Yeah, and then all the memories and experiences. Do you want me to run through those?
One of my favorite things was how we were like throwing stuff at each other. Like everybody was getting, and then we would run across stuff and be like, "Oh, Brad, here, you said you were looking for this. Oh, here, Tylox, you said you were looking for these." That's something that I really enjoyed about the whole thing was just digging. When you dig with people, you become a different kind of friend. Like, I mean,
although
it's literally like
me and Dave would conflict if we found the same Turtles book. So,
I'm sure. Yeah.
That's your friend. You're not my friend. I'm just kidding.
So
flip a coin.
Since we were talking about music, the place did have a record store. And so when everybody else went straight for comics, I was like, you know what? I'm going to troll the records for a little bit. And I almost picked up the first Foo Fighters album because I don't have it, and I really like all the songs on it. I love the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl is one of those people who has like a horseshoe up his ass. Like he was drummer for, Scream. He was the drummer for Nirvana. Nirvana ended, and he's like, you know what? I'm not done yet. I'm going to learn how to play guitar and start doing that too. And then I'm just going to he wrote the whole first album by himself, drums, bass, guitar, did the vocals. So, I mean, it just blew my mind. But I found something else that was more sentimental to me, because when I was like 12, I found this band called the Ramones, and I'd never heard something fast and straightforward, and it didn't seem like it was all that complicated. They weren't, they didn't sound like they were great musicians, but their songs were so damn catchy that I was like, I have to find out everything about them. Unfortunately, out of the whole digging trip, I couldn't find the first Ramones album, but I did find an album of the band that I found after the Ramones, and that is Misfits, Walk Amongst Us. Misfits for me, really, their songs were the first ones I heard that weren't rap music, that had profanity in it. They were 3 minutes fast, super simple. If you ask Doyle Frankenstein today, he said the reason we're such a monumental band is because we write catchy songs. That's it. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to know how to solo. You just have to make people want to move and enjoy themselves, and for them to be able to sing along. And I don't think there's not one Misfit song that we all couldn't sit back and think that we couldn't sing along to. When you hear Misfits come on, you start singing. Words start coming out of your mouth, no matter how bad you think you are at singing, because, it's just fun. So I got that. And then once I settled on that, I decided to dive into my quest, which is finished Web of Spider-Man. So I started digging. This one I think is the most expensive one I got, and this is apparently another key that I didn't even know was a key. I didn't know it was a thing until I saw it, and it is the issue number 70, the first appearance of Spider-Hulk. I found it newsstand. It's got a bunch of spine ticks. Where is it? Bunch of spine ticks. It's kind of rough looking copy, but you know what? I was like, for $8, I knew I was going to haggle him down a little bit anyway. I was like, I'll go ahead and pick it up. Let's see. I got number 73 featuring the Human Torch. A lot of these were newsstands, and they were in dollar bins, and most of them were $1. This one was $1. Number 98, which is a great cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 104, the Spidey with the webs under his armpits.
I love that cover.
I do too. And then let's see what number 105, featuring Quicksilver and Angel. Number 106. So I got a nice little run going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 111.
I love the way they drew Spider-Man on those.
And then I got 2 annuals. Both of them were $1. I got annual number 7 because I needed it with Iron Man on the cover.
Yeah.
And Ultron.
And Ultron. It's like Ultron choking Iron Man and Spidey's choking Ultron. And then here comes Black Panther in for the save as well. Like everybody dogpile Ultron. And then I got number 10 because I already have 8 and 9. And this was, who is this? Shriek. It's a Shriek appearance. Spider-Man versus Shriek.
Yeah, nice.
So that was all the Web of Spidey stuff I got. And I was really going to try to get in all the Web of Spidey stuff, but I got sidetracked because I found all these nostalgia books. I got this for Roscoe. Double Dragon number 1, because I know he's been hunting that nostalgia stuff down too. And
is it the same one you got? That's funny.
And
I didn't know Roscoe.
There was 3 copies of that. I know Uzumaki got 1, and I got the other 2 because I needed a copy of it too, of course. So I got 2 copies of that. I got Double Dragon number 3.
Oh,
and then I got Double Dragon number 4. And then I think it was like, that's a dope cover. I really love it.
I love the dragon on it.
Oh my God, with both of them in their eye, in his eyes. And then like a little while later, I was watching Comic Journey's he was digging through on one of my live streams. He was digging through a dollar bin at a local shop of his, and he came across number 2. And I was like, "Yo, can you send that to me?" And he sure agreed to do it. And I was like, "Okay, that works."
Nice.
And then I got a few oddball issues of the first Nova series because I'm a huge Nova fan. I got number 3, and I got number 6. And for some reason, I found this for $1. I decided I need to get it. It's a really nice looking copy for $1. And since it's a black cover, it's hard. Everybody in year 2000, close to the year 2000, everything was 2000. There was WrestleMania 2000, World Series 2000, Super Bowl, 2K, all that good stuff. So when I found Amazing Spider-Man Annual 2000, I couldn't pass it up. And these are really weird. I don't know why I don't have any of these already because I'm a huge fan of Jose. Is it Jose? Jose Vasquez. And most people know him from Invader Zim, but before he did Invader Zim, he did Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which was an indie comic he came out with, really low print run that exploded. And I love Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. I know a friend of mine in high school had all of them. She had bought all of them over the years. And so I got a couple issues of that I found. And literally, if you don't know, his name is Johnny. He's a orphan, but nobody knows it. He goes back and forth to school, does whatever he's supposed to do, and he kills people. He's a homicidal maniac. He snatches people up and murders them.
It's the greatest.
And
it blew
so he's like a 9-year-old serial killer. So this should be a whole bunch of people's alleys. And it's literally like, there's an issue where he falls in love with a girl that he was going to kill. And then he has an argument in his own head with himself about whether he should kill her or not. And I'm also looking to do, I love The Crow. The Crow is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I found this. It wasn't from the original series, but it was from the City of Angels. This issue number 2 from the City of Angels series. So I was like, you know what? It's here. Why not?
Yeah.
And so I grabbed it too. That's it. I literally spent like most of my money at the first shop. And
that was my only gripe about that first place was we went from, I had basically prepped myself the entire time that, man, we're going to go digging in these long boxes and looking for some comics, and we're going to eat sushi for lunch. Tylox walks out of the first place like, maybe we'll do like Chick-fil-A instead. I was like, no, we're doing sushi. I'm not going to let you blow your lunch money on books and then take me to Chick-fil-A after we've been slaving, hanging over these boxes and stuff. I have my heart set on sushi. I'm glad we went there though. And Nicole, why did you pick the sushi place?
Yeah.
Why did I pick the sushi place? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
I picked it because me and Brad are both Pisces.
She didn't know Brad was a Pisces.
Did you really?
Well, I didn't know at the time Brad was a Pisces.
I was
wondering.
One of them was a Pisces. Yeah.
It was called Pisces Sushi. I picked it because I'm a Pisces. And then when we got there, I found out Brad's a Pisces too.
Pisces Club.
Yeah, so 3 lefties, 2 Pisces.
And 3 amazing people.
Yep. It was.
Are y'all one person?
So good.
I think y'all
actually.
That's why I said I'm amazing too.
They're one they count as one person.
I do literally view us as one person.
I guess. I can kind of read his mind.
She does.
There you go. Comic Journey's a Pisces as well.
What? Comic Journey? That's awesome.
There you go.
No wonder we met so well.
I'll eat sushi. Sushi I eat comes in a can, says Bumblebee tuna and water.
Yeah.
That's actually what got me into sushi. For real.
Oh my God.
Canned tuna?
Yeah, no, exactly what Bumblebee tuna. It's amazing sushi.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I spent most of my money. I did do some wheeling and dealing, and I don't know, it kind of shocked me because when I went up to the shop owner and was like, "Hey, I'm buying all this stuff. Could you cut me a deal?" out of the corner of my eye, I saw Brad and Nicole and Tyler. I'll be like, did he for real just ask dude out loud? Like, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm here spending money. Like, you know, he was like, would 5% make you happy? It sure will. I'll take 5% off. The only thing that killed me is I thought they were just going to ring these up and then do the math on 5% and then charge me that. They went like literally went through each one and was like, all right, 5% off $1, 5% off another $1.
That's why they had a line of
why are you doing this
waiting to check out.
I don't have
look, I'm horrible at math and I know you're doing this wrong. So that should tell you how wrong you're doing this. Like,
now, I will say that there was an original, because they reprinted it, but they had an original 1989 Dragon Ball Z record. And I wanted that thing so bad, but we decided
the first thing I picked up as a record was it was the original Star Wars soundtrack, and it was like $5, and I was like, "You sure this is the right price on?" Or no, it was like $9, and I was like, "Are you sure this is the right price?" And he goes, "That's a Laserdisc," and I was like, "Oh, okay, there's something people really don't want anymore." So
It's
that's
a
why.
doorstop. Yeah, it's just here's a Star Wars doorstop.
I was
Something
really
you'll never
because I thought it
really
was like a
use.
box set, it had a
honestly, there was a lot of laser discs that I would have picked up, but we used to have a place in town called Tokyo Retro Gaming that sold laser discs, like actual players. And now that they're gone, like I don't like buying things online, so the incentive's not really there. But like you said, it was like you gotta read them sometimes.
All right, so let's see. Who did we start with last time? We started with Nicole and Brad, Nicole and Tyler last time, or did we? So we'll go. Or did we start with Brad first?
Yeah, we started with Brad.
We started with Brad. All right, we'll start with you two for the next place.
All right.
Which is the next place? Ooh.
The next place was actually, hold on, let me do a little product.
I know it was called Mad Jack Comics and Records.
Yeah, where's
he actually gave me a sticker.
There's his sticker.
So, yeah, Mad Jack's Records and Comics. There's his address, his phone number in case you want to blow him up in the middle of the night.
He's a really nice guy.
He's a really cool guy.
He's on Instagram.
He does discounts with cash, but not card, which is okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I would like to stop by there next time we're up that way.
He had a bunch of good stuff, though.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, that's another thing. I do feel bad I said that I would say we're not friends today because he is a really good guy and he is my friend.
He's feeling guilty now.
I am. And just so we probably could hunt together and it would never be a problem. And
he had to clarify he's feeling guilty.
Yeah, no, and also to say that if Turtles and these were in the same building, he could have the Turtles because these mean more to me than anything. Because like the only reason I really like comics is art. Like I love art, which I'd like have mad respect for Kevin Eastman. But
this is the stuff I like to collect.
Yeah, this is the stuff like. So the first thing we got was Dope and Dan issue.
Dope and Dan.
Volume 1, issue 3, I believe.
I think that's what you said.
That is what I said. But the reason that we bought it, regardless, is because I was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And in Fayetteville, North Carolina is Fort Bragg, one of the largest East Coast military
this says
bases.
Fort Bragg.
So, yeah, I really, and I also love that art too. Reminds me of the stuff I grew up reading in the newspaper and Bone as well.
And these ones were not $1.
Oh no, and these are like I said also like these I have no problem spending more than $1 on because
they are old.
I had all the stuff written down about years, but none of these exceed 1971. The majority of them were printed in 1968. I sadly really want to show these off to you guys, but the insides are naughty and inappropriate. So, Snapper Cuts You Loose. It's technically Snapper issue 1.
Some of them you might be able to show, like
no, literally none of them. None of them.
Some of them don't really look that bad. I feel like though. This is Snapper Cuts You Loose, and for a while we were trying to.
Is it vulgarity or is it the way it looks?
It's just nudity.
It's both.
I mean, on my channel,
ask Mike. Nothing I read to Mike or Glenn.
Some of them, though, are not as vulgar as others.
Okay.
It's just naked people. Why everybody got to make a big deal about naked people doing something natural? Anyways, for a while we were trying to figure out what snapper cuts you loose means, but it's just the alligator biting them off the rope.
That color is so vibrant.
Oh yeah, no, dude. So another thing, I really, really, really love old Dan DeCarlo, like Life with Archie and Josie and the Pussycats, and even Archie, but very few. Like, dude, so like that.
Sorry, Phil's got me laughing. Phil's got me cracking up.
I haven't worked up the nerve. That's what I'm saying. We're one person. I wake up, I say, "Do I look good?" This one is actually a second print, and I'd love to find that first one. But the print run on that first print of this issue is really hard to get. And yeah, 1969. Anyway,
all right, ready to look at this one, guys? He was admiring it himself. This one, what is it?
The New Adventures of Jesus.
New Adventures of Jesus.
So is this like, the Family Guy Jesus where he comes back from the grave and now he's pissed and he shoots at everybody?
Yeah, I can show you.
We looked inside this one. Super controversial.
Super controversial. That's why, like,
this
one in general. Mm-hmm. Well, look at the name. It's implying that Jesus Christ, a man of no materialism, is. Anyway, I'm not getting into it, but yeah, I can show this. This has nothing to do with Jesus. I love the art. Wait. Oh, yeah, he's covering her boobies.
He's covering her boobies.
I love this old art, and it just tells.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah. No, dude, it. Okay, well, so okay. I can't. Anyway, never mind. I can't. But it makes jokes about like Caesar and like Jesus has basically come back, and the people that like crucified him, like, and your sins. He might hit you with a bat instead of like just tell you shouldn't do that. So, Mike called this out. I got this because it reminds me of Ziggy. But it's clearly a pillhead. It's a pill character, and
I thought your brother said that.
Did my brother say it?
Your brother said it was a pill guy.
Then shout out to my brother, man. Shout out to my brother. Because once he said it, he's absolutely right. Once I read the comic and more into it, he's a pill guy. Like, but I love this because this is like bone rated R. Like oh no, you know what? People smoke on stream. I can show the back of this. So yeah. Anyway, we got good old.
I wanted this one because it's John Lennon and Nixon.
John Lennon, and then pill character, and then I'd actually light it up and live. Everyone should light it.
Oh my god, that's great.
It's amazing. I'm all about back covers.
I want to get this on the back of a hoodie.
Oh my god, that's so good.
And the inside is literally just a bunch of really cool stories. I'll let you show it. Oh, you can show this one.
This one, I told you, not all of them are that bad.
Well, if you're not quick and don't let them read everything.
You guys want to read it? I'll let you read it.
Kind of reminds me of a whole bunch of stuff, but I just love the artwork.
Wanna drag? Yeah, it's cool.
So I love all these underground indie titles, and they're really hard to find. And
no, if it had Yoko in it, the book would have never got published. She would have broke it up before it got to get published.
Growing up, my cousin Daniel, he had all sorts of stuff like this, and yeah. A lot of it I've never even been able to find like information on but no, I can't show you here. You can show that one.
Like take it out and show it? No.
Just women's comics issue 4.
The back is appropriate though.
The back is actually really cool. By her titties.
No, they're not.
Oh, his
I
titties.
was finding all these back covers. Like I was finding this stuff, and I was like, "Dig! Oh my god, dragon!
Women saves man." Yeah, I love this stuff. This stuff right here, man. You're just determined to show stuff?
I am determined to show stuff because that's what makes it cool.
There you go, hippies. Underground comics from the 60s and 70s. Robert Crumb. I still have a bunch of them.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. And then, listen, honestly, because these were all roughly $8 to $10 a piece, which I'm fine with paying. And just where I prioritize and budget my money, I could have bought the entire long box he had, but I mean, he had Freak Brothers, Yellow Dog comics, and a lot of those I have. Like, so it's just like to see them all blew my mind. Like, he had other issues of stuff that I've got, like Zap Comics, and I've got to go back because I don't care about superheroes. I like talking about them, but this and Turtles and like Usagi and nostalgia stuff that I watched and whatnot. I do the name. My brother said the name's artist. This is the other guy. He made comics, and I really really want to find them. But outside of knowing his name, I just found out the other day, so I haven't looked it up. But he actually got a hold of an art piece. Didn't he send it to us?
No, he said it on the phone.
I guess not. But he recently got it somehow, an original art piece from them. Sorry for the sidetrack. We also got Cloud Comics issue 2. It reminded me of a little doped out Sinestro and Howard the Duck.
I was about to say it's kind of like a cross between Sinestro and Nixon.
Yeah, so I liked that. And the last one we got from that store was Zap Comics.
This one's so cool.
Issue number 9. And
Come on and join us. Yeah, it is not a closed group for sure. So anybody.
Yeah, I'll add you on Insta to the group and keep you updated. But it's looking like early next year.
You can't really
you found
see
it
the
out.
art.
Yeah, you really can't see the art. This is probably my favorite right here. This guy and just the amount going on this.
And these we cannot show you the inside of.
Yeah, these are older. So
Nixon with the fear ring. See, I think it would work too. Nixon would have a fear ring, wouldn't he? He's afraid he was going to get caught, right? He's not a crook.
Well,
he's afraid.
If anybody does want to see the inside of these books, you can hit me up on Instagram, and I will definitely send you pictures.
Yeah, or if you want a video chat, I'll show you the entire book like I did to Mike. Because, dude, what's in there is worth seeing. I mean, if you're not easily offended.
Yeah, I like them.
I love them.
They're cool.
Yeah,
but that's all we.
That's all
from
we
our
got,
shop.
and then except
That's
memories. Because, like, you know, like there was a lot of cool conversations just alone in that store between.
We had a hard time picking those.
That store really was the hardest because I prioritized to spend $60, and then I paid $50.
I wanted to buy the whole short box.
Was it 55? What did he take off? 5 or 10?
He only took off 5.
It was 55. But prioritizing where I spent my money and knowing like I could have bought every single one of them. And in the moment, I didn't care about condition. I was just like.
And Mike, there was no cherry Pop-Tart, or I would have scooped
those up.
Yeah,
she has 1 through 6. Unfortunately, 2 through 6 are first printings, but she does. We're still looking for a first printing of Cherry Pop-Tart number 1. Yeah. And then they also did like side comics called Just Cherry. She has 3 issues of that, but not number 1. And then Bondage Fairies and Silky Whip are.
I only have 1 of those.
One a piece of those, but those are just as awesome.
I just ordered.
Don't tempt us with a good time.
Yes, Comic Journey.
Oh,
yeah. We can all wear masks.
You don't have to reveal your face.
Yeah, you don't have to.
That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
If we do it right next time and like actually take video, then I'll just blur your face out. You'll get the blurry cop
we can
face.
always like make a little drawing of his face. Like
oh my god, and stick it over his face.
Paste it over his actual face.
I don't understand why we wouldn't just make like a kid's party mask of his emblem, the little blue face, and then with the party hat little band.
And so every time you see Journey, his face would still be hidden. Oh, that's so great. He would love that because that's basically trolling everybody too. So
I can make that and send that. That'd be
hey,
dope.
Jimmy G.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
what's up?
Jimmy.
All right,
G.
well, we're going to switch over to Brad next because, like an idiot, I left all my books in the back of Brad's car from this shop. So he can show his stuff, and then afterwards he can Vanna White. He can be my Vanna White, and he can do the whole. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
what letters do they get, Matt?
What's that?
Kitty Pop, you said you're in South Carolina?
Yes, she is.
Oh, that's
What part
really
of South
cool.
Carolina?
Because
She lives about 10 minutes away from me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mhm. So
I'm
the
serious.
next trip's definitely doable for her. She can't make any
Oh,
excuses.
for sure. Well, because
Nice.
it's there, it's in the upstate. So,
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, whatever we do. But yeah, we.
Not gonna lie, it'd be nice to
It's-
have another
it's-
girl come along. That would be cool.
Yeah, she lives in a
Just
town.
have,
She lives
one
in a
was
town.
enough. I mean, one was sticky enough. I don't know if we need, you know, too many. But yeah, it's definitely open to everybody. In fact, we've had several people comment wanting to come up. I know Astro Wizard is in Georgia, so
Yeah.
this thing could really be cool. One day we could be looking back saying, "Hey, you remember that first time we met up?" You know,
Yeah,
just
that's
reflecting on everything. So I
That'd be so
actually,
awesome, for real.
yeah, for sure.
And Astro, don't think it would not be beneath us to make the next year Savannah, and we come down your way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without
I've
a doubt.
literally
No,
been there
dude,
before.
I've literally been to like 37 of the 50 states, and I have, like I said, in
Yeah,
the last
I'm down. I'm down with
More
traveling
people-
as long as it's not, as long as it's doable. Then yeah, I'm
more
down to
people
travel.
need
I don't care.
to like,
Road
I
trips are
honestly,
fun.
if I can get the free time, like, I'd love to just link up with the people on the West Coast. I would make that.
That's
road
where I
trip.
live, Hippies Collectibles. I'm in Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah, well, we'll get us. We'll do a comic journey. Said be careful how many of us freaks you include, but I think everybody here. I think we vouch for each other, so I think that's one of the criteria. So,
Yeah.
I actually excluded 2 books by accident. I think I bought these from the first place, so I'm going to share these first. But these are just some old like Marvel Western books.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
this is Knight Rider number 5. It is if I were showing this on the low grades right now, I would definitely be hitting the mark for the quality that is the standards that are required on the low grades. But just thought it was a really cool book because this Knight Rider character actually was a Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought that was a neat book. And then also got this Western Gunfighters number 11. And there's been a bit of a resurgence with the, especially with the Marvel Western books. So Black Rider, Apache Kid, and Matt Slade. And I kind of looks like I don't know if that's a Gil Kane cover or not, but it kind of looks like him.
I think
But
it is.
again, those were.
Let me big size you, because I really think that is a Gil Kane cover. Yeah, I would put money on it. I don't know.
But I've mentioned like I love in the 70s when they would highlight characters with this, how they've highlighted them with this little circle behind the behind each character there. So and I've been picking up some of these old Western books here recently. But the biggest thing I picked up at this shop, well, let me show you these 2. These are just kind of throw-ins. This is Uncanny X-Men 307. And this is the first appearance of Exodus. He's a villain that they face. And I always like picking up X-Men first appearances. And then Silver Sable number 4, which is another Doom cover.
Oh, yeah.
And that one was $1.
CJ wants to know how much you paid for those Westerns.
$1 a piece.
Yeah.
Told y'all people, man. Told you. It's gold mine down here.
Now they're not, I mean, they're probably like a 2.0 or something. I mean, they're not in great condition. In fact, well, this one, it would be interesting if this pressed what it would be, but this one is, that spine's pretty beat up, but it's just a cool,
the other thing.
It's a nostalgic, cool book to have,
The one thing that I didn't like about that first store, they had the X-Men 100 there, but I mean, the cover was removed and he still wanted $40 for it.
Yeah. And people, I mean, part of that is like what we were talking about on
but it made no sense. He wanted $12 for that coverless Thundercats 1. That clearly wasn't being held on by.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think people are, they hear, we talked about the speculation and how that's driving prices, affecting prices on that show last week that Tylox did. But I think people hear the murmurs of, oh gosh, it's a hot market for comics.
Oh yeah, no, he's already admitted
any price on stuff. So
he wants to sell at the highest.
Right. So put these in. So these, I don't know what. Let's see. I don't know if this. I've been enjoying, like, there's certain artists that I really like. I'm a big Alex Ross fan. I'm a big Delato fan. And so I was not as familiar. I recently just bought a Wolverine book, this Michael Turner Wolverine cover. It's spectacular. So I was like, we were at this shop, had a bunch of the Michael Turner Fathom books. So this is Michael Turner Fathom, the swimsuit special. So it's not just his artwork on the inside of this book. There are some other artists who participated in this book, but they just had a little run of these Fathom books. So Killian's Tide #1. What's up, C-List? This is #2. Now this one's all.
Oh shit! It just got real.
Oh, this is issue #2, and it's a Comic Cavalcade exclusive. So it's just same, I guess, the same issue, but a variant. Issue 3, and his artwork's really, really cool. And then issue 4. So yeah, all of these were $1 at that shop that we went to. There were some other, like, nicer, expensive books that I was looking at there. I won't share what those were because I'm hoping we're going to go back. They'll still be sitting there, so we'll see. There were quite a few places we did not get to, and that would be a place that I want to. That's probably the one place I would double back on if we went back to Charlotte.
Yeah, absolutely. That list had 4 or 5 other stops, plus, like you said.
Yeah. We just ran out of daylight, so
yeah, without a doubt.
And money.
All right, so this is Tylox's stuff. So this is Marvel Masterpiece Collection, the Jusco cover or Jusco art. I don't know if I've not touched your books. I kept them in a stack right when I realized you left them. So I did not look at this, although I was tempted.
I didn't look at the inside of it. I'm hoping it's like one of the other books I bought earlier where it's him just in the whole book doing, and it's all of them in one.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now this one will take some of you guys back, and this one will also qualify for the low grades.
Oh, I did get it. Yes, I got it.
Beverly Hillbillies. Man, I don't even see a number on this thing. That's how
it's like, it's a Dell book, so it's like number 200 and something or 300 and something. That each issue was something different. I think is the way they did them.
Beat the drum. Come on, get hip.
I couldn't pass that up when I seen that. I thought I left it, but I'm glad I didn't.
You got a little stretch here with Web of Spider-Man. Here's your annual #2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I like that cover.
We've got Web of Spider-Man 105.
Nice.
Look at me, his net comic journeys expectations.
112. Web of Spider-Man 112. We've got, let's see, all of these are Web of Spider-Man. This is Web of Spider-Man 42.
Nice.
This is 76. Is that a back? Maybe. Who is that? Austin cover. I was trying to see that. Kind of like a back. Web of Spider-Man Supersize Annual #4. You'll have to double check this. There's a first appearance in this.
I think there is.
It's Kingpin with a white wig.
Yeah, I love how he's like, you know what? I'll just put on shades and a wig.
Yeah, and a wig. I'm like, I got you, Peter.
And this is the other one you asked me about, Tylox, and I couldn't remember, but you did have the Red Sonja #1.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I was a little
on that. I could believe that for $1. That's like what, series volume 3, #1 or something.
That would have been like, yeah, that would have been in the probably like 83 to 85, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, but there was a sick cover, without a doubt.
Yeah, really cool. And then last, Twilight Zone #1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a gift. I'm sending that to Moonlit.
That's
Very
so
cool,
sick.
very
I love
cool.
those old now and
Mhm. I'm hoping she doesn't have it already, but it's up her alley.
Right on.
Very cool. So these are waiting on you. We'll figure out how we get this stuff to you. I gotta grab my laptop.
I love that we were all so busy. We didn't.
Excuse me momentarily.
Okay.
Kitty Cop knows what's up.
There's a
We're
lot of
talking-
stuff I know y'all got.
Yeah. See, that's why I wanted to do this, because I didn't pay attention.
There's a
to
lot
the
of stuff I
Like,
didn't know y'all
I knew some of the stuff y'all got. Also, while I was at that second store, I found this. I couldn't leave this. This is Charlie Daniels Band Full Moon.
That's right.
I like that
This
cover.
is like an amazing cover. This is painted. This is a painted cover.
That whole house.
And it includes my favorite Charlie Daniels song of all time. It's called The Legend of Woolly Swamp. It is like one of the most sinister, evil, horrible, like Southern rock songs I've ever heard. It's about 3 brothers finding out that an old man who lives out in the swamp has a bunch of money because he's a tightwad. So they beat him to death and throw him into the swamp to take his money. And while they're getting away with his money, they step in quicksand. And there's a line in it that says, and on certain nights when the moon is right, at about midnight, you can hear 3 young men screaming and hear one old man laugh. And I'm like, that is the most evil shit I've ever heard.
I love it, dude. All that old Jerry Reed and the way they told stories through their music and whatnot. Charlie Daniels, Jerry Reed, Chet Atkins, even Johnny Cash. You know, they did The Devil Went Down to Georgia years later. They did a second part. And it had a whole bunch of people in it.
And see, that's the funny part is when he wrote that, when I first time I heard that song, I know those guys. I know guys who are in their 60s, 70s or whatever. They're in beat up blue jeans and sneakers have tape on them and stuff like that. And they live in a meager house. Like they might have one thing they splurge on, but they've got tons and tons and tons of money because they never spend money on anything.
Mhm.
The guy that I can think of right now has like a 60-something Cadillac, red drop top, keeps it waxed, beautiful. It's to the T's. That's the only expensive thing he ever bought. And he would drive that around like once a week and then just park it right back in the garage. So, yeah.
Next time y'all are down my way, we'll go to on Friday. I know it's on Friday nights, maybe on Saturdays also. We'll go to our local. I've never been, but I would go. It is Bill's Pickin' Parlor, and people just show up with like instruments, like banjos.
You can actually play with them
if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, you can show up with your own. Yeah, we do stuff.
Let me tell you, one of the most amazing things me and Nicole ever did is probably the stupidest thing I ever did. But I found an advertisement on Craigslist, bunch of old bluegrassers claiming like anybody can show up and pick on the guitar. I was like, what, 17 years old?
Yeah.
Showed up and I loved it. It was amazing. You talk about a circle of old men just oh, dude. And they didn't even ask her age.
No, I know. They let me drink beer while I was there.
So I can't tell you, dude, like, at the time, like, it was definitely illegal, but they didn't care. I was picking the shit out of the guitar and we're all like singing bluegrass. And yeah, man.
That happens a lot around here at like fire stations. You go to the local.
We don't have a channel. That's the only reason.
On the back. Some people are shooting pool. Some people play instruments. They have them at like, city squares and stuff like that. It happens all the time. Like, that's one thing I love about the South is you're never like, if you show up and it's a thing that you're into and you have your own stuff, you can get up here and play, start playing something. Somebody will start playing with you. I mean, it's gonna happen. So
it's awesome.
All right. So the next place that we hit up was this place.
Pennyworth.
This was the place that I got the least at, and honestly, I didn't really want to get anything because when we got there were not a lot of prices. And so I asked the people, I was like, what are the prices on these books? And they're like, we look them up when you bring them up to the counter. And I was like, it's on eBay. And she was like, no, we use a price guide called Comic something price guide.
But she did say though that they do use eBay for hotter items.
Yeah. And so I was kind of like, so I knew I was going to have to be picky and choosy about the stuff I did get. So it kind of threw us off, but we walked around for a little bit anyway. The place is called, what is it? A. Pennyworth Comics and Collectibles.
Yeah.
And Matthews. You know, they had stuff, but as far as I could say, most of the stuff they had, it was either probably going to be way overpriced. I did get some stuff. I don't think did anybody
We
else
weren't
get
looking at
anything
any
there?
long boxes there, really.
No, not really.
It wasn't on it. Yeah. When I asked, because like you said, the first thing out of my mouth was how much you want for that Spawn 1. And she goes, I'd have to check. I mean it. I'm out. I don't care what's in your store. I don't care.
No, I know there were some figures I wanted to scoop up for J2.
Yes,
but I
they
was
had
too
some
scared to ask how much
they had
were.
some Hellraiser figures, and same thing. I'm not playing that game with you. I'll just wait.
Yeah, we're not looking things. So yeah, I did walk through and I found a copy of Swamp Thing #2. I don't have this issues from the current run with Ram V. It was a
they did have some good back issues of current stuff, like still on the shelf. Like
they still had Echo Land still on the shelf. I almost got all 3 of those too. But I thought this cover was dope, and I don't have this one yet, so I grabbed it. And then I was walking through and I looked down. Well, let's go with the first thing first. When I walked in the door, the first thing that I think Nicole, or was it Uzu, or was it somebody flagged me, but who spotted it first? Dave said that he was looking for a comic that was really sentimental to him because it was the thing that got him into comics when he was a kid. He had to sell his copy years ago. And his sons, he'd love for his sons to be able to read it and have that copy back too. And he'd love to have it back in his collection. And I was like, dude, I got you. And he was like, don't spend the whole bunch. And I was like, no, dude, look, down here, those things, well, I can find them for $5 to $10 all day long. And so somebody, who was it who spotted it first? Was it Tyler or was it
me? Because I knew he was looking for it. And sorry, Dave, but once that woman opened her mouth, I was like,
yeah.
But shout out to Tylox, because he did deal with her and she was fair. But she was her and her husband were really fair. They were a pleasure to deal with. I just didn't like the whole looking up online. But they had a Spawn #1 on the wall. I had seen it at the last shop, a reprint for $12, and I was like, "Bull, I can find a real thing for that." Yeah, and it's crazy when you look at the price difference. We had just found. I showed him like a reprint from like late '90s, and for half the price, it was just like, nah. Found in an issue 1, first print was sick.
So with this, they wanted 30.
Absolutely.
And I was like, okay, let me think about it. And so I bundled it with some other books that I got. And basically, it's either I paid $7 per book, which I'm fine with, or I paid like $20 for this, and then the rest of them were all whatever they wanted for. So yeah, this is on your way. It's a decent copy. It's not real nice. It either costed me, whichever way you want to look at it, not enough to where you have to feel bad about it. I just really, when you told me that you wanted your kids to read it, it tugged at my heartstrings, and I was like, no, that's fine. I know I can make it happen. But
that's what it's all about.
To bundle it, I saw when I walked by some long boxes they had on the floor. They had some like in a little shelf area. I looked over. I'm a huge Michael Linsner fan.
These were cool.
My Red Sonja stuff and anything that's got a Linsner cover, I get the Linsner cover most of the time. Huge Michael Linsner fan. And I think it all started from this book, was his first big published thing that got him out there. I found a whole bunch of Dawn. And I've been wanting this since I was a kid. I couldn't buy when I was a kid because my mom wouldn't let me.
Yeah, and now
I'm actually really jealous you got those. It's something I didn't even know I wanted until you showed me.
Yeah, when you were going through them, she was like, "What?"
Yeah, these really cool honestly, covers. And to be honest, this first one that I showed, I was shocked. Now I'm know why my mom wouldn't let me get this when I was a kid, because the inside shocked me because they are definitely XXX rated. I got the convention sketchbook Dawn. And it's all Linsner, and it's her in different poses, different outfits, different. It's phenomenal. Some of it's real, some of it's X-rated, and some of it's not. So I got this. I got this cover that I remember from a kid being
What's up, Matt?
#3, the blue Dawn cover and the blue jeans.
Man, look at how sexy she is. Look at that booty.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like. Yeah, I think this is what got me as a kid to be like, I think I like butts. I think I'm not a boob guy. I think I like butts.
Anybody who says otherwise.
And hey, Nicole, what was the thing he kept saying the whole time? I don't know why I'm attracted to this cover.
I don't know why, but I feel like I need this book. I don't know
No,
why.
everything
this one's
Tyler
calling
picked up
to
is
me.
like, this one's
I
just
don't know why,
calling.
but I feel like I need this in my collection. I really
I'm
need
drawn
it.
to it. It's
And I don't
calling to
know
me.
why.
That booty though.
Look, there's Hippie. Don was first on his list. Honestly, I have to agree. Like the bar was set really high as a young man. That booty though, yeah. See, I mean that'll get it every
See,
time.
but the South, we're blessed here in the South. Not gonna lie. So.
And then that was number 3 from the first series. This is number 2 of 4 from the second series. This is a classic cover. I've seen this a bunch. Grabbed it, and then I grabbed 5 of 6 of I think this one's got like a demon on it.
Calling me. I don't know, man.
It's just calling my name. I don't know why I need this. And then of course there's 6 of 6. This one really calls my name as well.
I love that one.
So yeah, I had to get the Dawn stuff. I was like, you know what? I'll bundle it with that stuff and the one new book that I needed, and that'll be it for that. And then we went to go to lunch, and once again, these two, we're gonna give them a spotlight. They did something, I guess, to try to get Brad back and to like, you know.
I did get some books at that last place.
It was just, it was.
Huh?
I got
Oh, you
books at
did?
that last place. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick. And it was just modern stuff because, like I said, there were things in the back issue bins I wanted to see, but there was just I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that, you know, they were going to have to look everything up. So I picked up. I have not started reading this yet, but I'm collecting because I want to read it straight through pretty much. But Moon Knight number 5, McNiven cover. And I've heard like tons of good stuff about this, but I want to string together a couple, kind of binge read. Angela, what's up?
It's my girl.
Oh, good. I sent her an invite. Yeah. Nice that you showed up.
And I also got this variant cover that I thought was really neat.
Oh yeah.
It seems like from the trailer. I wish I'd check. I can't remember who did this one, but it's really cool. Seems like from the trailer, the costume is going to be a little darker for Moon Knight instead of that kind of more traditional white costume. So, this one I started at about issue 9 trying to put this Star Wars High Republic together. They're going to be doing a show on this, so I want to put it together, read all of it. Issue 1 is really the only issue that is it's the priciest of all the 11 issues. So but they're definitely doing a live action show on Disney Plus for this one. Had to get the final Kang number 4, so that one's done. That was
all the covers,
really
all
cool.
the covers have been phenomenal on that.
Yeah, it really has.
Oh,
It really has. And most of the people I've talked to who have read it said they were pleasantly surprised with the story as well. So that's good. And then I've been listening to you guys, man, for real. Like I picked up this Primordial number 3. Now in this week, I'll be doing videos for some of this stuff, and I think issue number 1 and 2 is in one of these boxes. So, Primordial number 3, which just they've got some really interesting covers on those. But that's
and the art too, inside and outside. I love it.
Yeah, man. I was now a lot of people said they were
Kang out.
They were like more they were more
Kang gang. Kang gang. Sorry to interrupt you, but
bang out with
Green Energy doesn't know what he's asking for.
I'm going to be printing T-shirts that say that now. Thanks, Free Energy. I appreciate that, man.
I'll
give you a quarter.
Yeah, bang out with
I'll give you a quarter for every one of them I sell. So,
my God,
yeah.
I'm just going to leave that there for a minute so everybody can laugh and giggle like teenagers.
Well, yeah, we'll see what the graphics. So I don't know what graphic you put with that, but it's it'll be interesting for sure. Then I'm jumping on this one too. What's the furthest place from here? I shared
I liked that
this.
book.
I like that book too.
Yeah, this one
I
is.
need to get that book. I slept on that.
Yeah.
Well,
the
I
read itself is-
was saying like for all four of us in here, I'm going to go back and pick up some more of the.
Who did the other cover, babe? That we got? Was it Scotty?
I'm gonna-
Yeah, I got the Scotty Young.
So when I buy one of these, I get this print with it, and it's
For real?
that's the video I did the other day. So it's
Yeah, I saw the print, but I didn't know you got one every time you bought. Okay.
yeah.
I
So I
like
got 25 of 50, and it's Jarrett Jenkins is the local artist who did it, and then of course Matthew Rosenberg. But it's you can see how glossy that black is. Like it's a good quality. Like this is thick cover stock paper. But I'll just go. I'm going to go back and see if I can get y'all one. And if I can get a couple copies, I'll save them for you.
You don't have to worry about doing that, though.
You don't want one?
I want
She's
one,
just
but
telling
I
you,
don't.
don't
You don't
stress
have to pick it up for us. It's
Yeah.
okay.
It's that's free. I mean, literally for the price of the book, I get this other stuff. So
Oh, well, then in that case, I
Okay.
expect one.
I can pick it
Yeah.
up.
I've got to be there first thing in the morning tomorrow now. So
Okay.
I picked this one up just because that black cover, and it's just so like this one's
Yeah,
a
I
great.
do
See,
like that cover.
That's the cover I almost went with, just because like it's not even what was that movie with the four dudes with the guns and they were bank robbers, but like I just like that whole
Yeah.
Point Break.
Yeah,
Point Break.
yeah.
yeah.
So-
It was that was dope.
When when I did the video for this and to show the poster and everything, this was I looked to see who did the art on this cover. Brian Michael Bendis did, which I was really surprised. I was totally surprised.
Angel wants one too.
We'll see. I'll DM you and let you know if how many I'm able to score. I'll keep to TBD on that one, to be determined. We'll see if we'll see
Yeah,
how much.
that cover is going to be an instant classic. That's going to be one of those books where no matter what's in it or what ends up becoming of it, that cover is going to probably be worth money.
yeah,
that's cool.
I'm not gonna lie,
But
I really
her
liked the Scotty Young cover a lot.
I do agree with her. The Scotty Young cover.
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah.
got.
It
I
doesn't
like
look like him. I mean,
It
it doesn't
reminded,
look
no,
like.
it reminded me of the other artist she likes, Jim Mafood and Eric Klaus, because
it. A little bit, yeah.
I liked it.
It
To
kind of
me,
reminds
it's got a more graffiti artist feel than his his kids that he does.
His kid stuff, but like a lot of they honestly, I think that's Marvel pushing that. But he's got some great art. His older
it kind of
stuff.
reminds me of Tank Girl, if anybody remembers the Tank Girl comic.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I want Tank Girl so bad.
Tank Girl.
I love Tank Girl.
Talking about.
I have that movie on DVD.
Yeah. So that's that's all I picked up at that place. So on to your next the next phase that I interrupted about lunch.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I totally should have for some reason.
No, I will say
nobody
this.
got anything there but me. Like I was up at the counter, buying stuff, and was like, "Are they judging me for buying this stuff from this lady? I didn't get anything else." So I was like, "I feel weird now."
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
so then we went to lunch, and they picked out. We said sushi, and we were all down for sushi. Like
Although next
one of
time,
the
if we
best
do it
moments
again,
of this
next
whole
time, not to
thing.
interrupt you, the burger place Brad and you saw, I want to try that place too next time.
I do
We're gonna do
too.
that next time. Yeah.
Because that place, as soon as me and Brad passed it, we both pointed at it and was like, "That looks dope. Like, what we should try and eat there maybe." And because it was like an old school drive-in, you pull
Been
up,
there since the 50s, like
like burger place, and I was like, "Oh, I bet you their food's incredible." So yeah, we went to the place that they picked out, and unbeknownst to us, they sneakily paid for everybody's tab. They bought everybody's food, even though we were dead set we were going to pay for our stuff. They did it while I was in the bathroom, so I couldn't. I had no say in it. And I don't think Brad even noticed. I thought he thought they were just paying for their stuff. So nope, not on this stream. Sorry. So yeah, we went to a place called Pisces Sushi. One of my favorite moments of this whole encounter was me voice messaging these two. And I said something about, "Hey, if y'all know a good sushi place," like when we were talking about food, I just messaged him. I was like, "Hey, if you know a good sushi place in Charlotte, we would both be down because we both like sushi. And I got a voice message back from Uzumaki going, "Oh my God, he said sushi. I didn't even have to say anything. He said sushi. Oh God." And so I knew we were instantly going to be best friends forever. So yeah, they took us out to a place called, was it Pisces? Was it Pisces Sushi or is it just
Pisces Sushi? Pisces. No, it was straight up Pisces Sushi, even though they had other things. Now, one thing I will say about, this is to y'all, Pisces Sushi. Since I paid, I can say this. It pissed me off that Brad had to wait on his food, and then when it came, it had avocado, even though he said 3 times no avocado. And then, no, I'm not done. And that little ill brain nod, and then he tried to be like, "There's no avocado, it's cucumber." First and foremost,
homeboy, that ain't cucumber.
First and foremost, brother, I've worked in a lot of restaurants, and I can assure you that no cucumber and a sushi should look like that. So,
yeah, that was light green all day long. As soon as I seen that, I was like, "That is not cucumber. That ain't cucumber in my stuff."
That aside from that, the service was good. They were super friendly. The food was dank. Me and my son split a Wagyu burger that was off the chain, and then she got pineapple fried.
I got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
man.
we actually got a bunch of
sesame
stuff
chicken.
like sesame chicken
Brad
appetizers,
got me
calamari.
some crab rangoons.
Yeah, and calamari.
Calamari.
Onion
fried
calamari was so good.
Yeah, and then there was a third
fried
thing we got too.
Fried rice.
Yeah, that pineapple fried rice was awesome.
Off the chart, dude. Yeah, no, and honestly, that
everything
that should
was
be. They should advertise how big that pineapple is.
Yeah, it was big.
And I think the incident with my food was a miscommunication between the waiter and the staff in the back. So I didn't. Yeah, I get it. I appreciate it, man. Good to know you got my back, bro.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna be like going left.
We just didn't want you.
I thought you were about to flip the table, you know. Flip the table and storm back to the back of the, back in the kitchen and get it straight.
He would have.
No.
Hey, I was enjoying the company. I really didn't even notice that they screwed my food up. I'm
glad we noticed because you might have had to take a ride to the hospital.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. Though overall, it was really good and fairly priced. If we had caught lunch just 30 minutes earlier, that's what I was hoping we got there for lunch, because you could get any 3 sushi rolls for 15.
Ooh.
And I know that they cut it down to 6 instead of 8. And then they had little lunch lunch hibachi bowls that were like $7. So I mean, shout out to Pisces. But even their dinner options were like phenomenal. So
really good.
Oh, that ragoon.
Oh yeah, what were those other things that you got, Brad? The appetizers. They were like,
there was some kind of like
what are they called? The things you like.
Some kind of wonton or something, or pot sticker.
He got pork gyoza.
And that's what it is.
I didn't try it because I don't eat pork.
But I liked the gyoza.
I will say, from a standpoint, third party, the pastry was cooked properly. It looked amazing. They gave both sauces with it, so
I can say from experience, it was delicious. Because it
was very good. Very good. So,
and like he said, conversation was amazing.
You don't worry about the food being late when you're enjoying hanging out with the people you're hanging out with. So.
Oh man.
Well, you know what, Brad? You got a special place in my heart because you shared your food with me, and that ultimately is the way to my heart.
I've always told you.
Yeah, no. Like I told y'all, I'll spend more money on
the way you get closer to people is always by sharing a meal together. That will bring people together faster than anything will. All right, so I think we're back around on y'all two for the last stop.
Yeah, last stop of the day.
One pickup from
Second and
Charles. And I can't show you the inside of this book. I wish I could.
Can you show that? Hold on.
The outside is actually kind of inappropriate too. Yeah. I can cover up this part right here.
Hold on. Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to cover it all up. There's some
But we found first print, issue 1, Kingdom of Evil. And I love this. This stuff is awesome. This is the closest thing to that artist my brother found, the art print. His last name's Coot. C-O-O-T.
That's cool.
I don't know. Again, like this stuff right here, when we found this, definitely scoop that because first off, finding at 2 different stores like underground titles like that. I lied earlier. This was from 1991. I said nothing was above 1971. But that did come out in 1991.
Also, like I said earlier, if you do want to see the insides of these books,
Yeah,
message me on Instagram.
Hit her up, and we can gladly show you those.
It's the same. My Instagram name is the same as my YouTube name, except it has 2 underscores in the middle. So it's Nicole __ Hodnett.
Awesome.
And that's what we got from Second and Charles.
I forgot to end the conclusion. That's it.
You did set the record for the most books you can't see inside of during a live stream. So
yeah,
congratulations.
I guess I did.
Or half the cover is on the outside, but
God, man, that artwork, man, the color on those indie books is so vibrant. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's really nice. All right, Ty Locks.
All right. Let's swap over. I think I had the most. I think from Second and Charles. So once again, for some reason, there was a bunch of books that spoke to me. I don't know. They just needed to be in my collection.
Oh boy, here we go again.
And sticking with the theme of Linsner, and
I thought you were going to say sticking with the
Red
theme
Sonja. Red Sonja variant.
I thought you were going to say sticking with the theme of redheads.
Well,
Red Sonja number whatever.
I got Red.
Yeah,
Sonja,
no, that's a dope Superboy London.
25. This is a Linsner Dawn variant.
Yeah.
And it's also an homage to. Y'all said it was a Superboy cover?
Yeah.
Remember, Tylox, I told you he's the one where he's wearing the leather jacket, I believe.
I think it's issue 6 or 2.
So, yeah,
we
had to get that.
Leather jackets.
I got some more Red Sonja. I had to get this Mars Attacks Red Sonja number 1.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my God, I love Mars Attacks.
It was calling out to you.
It was calling out to me for some reason. It was calling out to me, and I do not know why. Here's another homage cover that I got. This one definitely spoke to me. It was Evil Ernie God Eater, but it's an homage to Holy Diver. Yeah, from Dio.
I love that.
He's one of my favorite musicians of all time. So when I saw this, I was like, it's Evil Ernie, it's Dio. I have to get it. I don't even care what number it is. It's number 3. This I got for Mike. I got this for Evil's Comics. This is ElfQuest number 1.
Yeah.
I know he said something about being into ElfQuest. Is it ElfQuest? What is this? Stargazer's Hunt number 1. So, yeah. I know he said something about he liked ElfQuest or he was interested in ElfQuest, so I grabbed him this. He's confirming that.
Yes.
What was that? I was A-OK, a Red Sonja and Vampirella book. Okay. Why? Are you coming next time, Mike? You want to take a trip?
Yeah, I was wondering what he was getting at with that comment.
I was about to say, and as far as Lee, Lee, if you want to fly from Australia, homie, I will give you a place to lay your head, and I'll pay for your food. You come all the way from Australia. I got this from my friend Heather, who was in the chat earlier. She's a huge Joe Hill and Stephen King fan. So, Basket Full of Heads, number 6. This is like the last issue, I think, out of the last miniseries that they did. They just started up a new one. So I grabbed it. By the way, they had a sale going on. Buy 5, get 5 free. So I bought 10 and got 10 free. I've been wanting to get into Justice League Dark, so I found an issue of it for cheap. I grabbed it.
I love that.
I love that cover. I mean, I'm not a huge Aquaman fan, but I thought the cover was amazing, and I'm wanting to get into Justice League Dark. Here's another one-off that makes no sense. This is number 1. This is Lobo Infanticide. Infanticide.
I like that cover. That's a really sick cover.
Yeah. And so I had to get this. Say your prayers, creep. I just thought that was amazing. Had to grab that up.
Are those adult babies? Are those adult babies? Oh,
wow. Getting whack in America. Down. oh, this is going to be interesting, especially if we get Comic Journey to come down too. So this is 1992 when this came out. This is like a mini series that came out in 92. I know nothing about Lobo except that, like, you know, how his attitude is and that he uses a hook chain and he's supposed to be like a badass biker guy. And so I wanted to start getting into that. So I figured, why not? I have another one of these, so I'll wait on this. X-Men number 18 with Omega Red on the cover.
Oh, yeah,
Pass that up.
I love that.
And then this had me and Uzumaki scratching our heads about where we've seen this cover before or what this cover
I was
was
so
from.
pissed off at myself, straight up.
Yeah, and Brad just walks up and looks over our shoulders and like, oh, that's a Norman Rockwell homage cover. And we were like, oh my God, how did we not know? Peter Panzerfaust. This was a big deal. Like, everybody was getting this book when I first started collecting or making a big deal out of it. So when I found it for $1 and I knew it could possibly be a free book, and I knew I'd seen this cover from somewhere, some style or something before, I had to grab it.
I really like it.
Do what?
I said I really like that one.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And then I'm a huge Three Stooges fan from when I was a kid watching Three Stooges with my grandpa all the time. So I had to get the Three Stooges Curse of Frankenstein. And this was out on American Mythology Productions. Is a company that I have been pimping here lately. They have the rights to the Three Stooges. So I got this one, and then I got Three Stooges Merry Christmas.
Nice.
Which I have this year's Christmas special coming too. And this one I got, and I don't know why I got it. This one spoke to me, and there's no one naked on it. Like, there's no, this is Justice League and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it's like a sketch cover kind of thing.
Cover.
I understand that.
So I grabbed it. It's from Boom Studios. I got issue number 30 and 31 and 32 of Avengers. This was the run that was going when I started collecting comics and started pulling Avengers. This was the whole original Sin tie-ins things. I think this one's like a second print or something like that. I think it's like a second print variant or something. I don't know. I just got it to complete that run. Slowly chip away at it. And then
oh, there it is.
It's Adventures of Superman 501, and that's what it homaged.
That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Truth, justice, my way.
Good call.
Yeah. So
Good pickup.
I had no idea. Another Red Sonja book that I missed. This is from the She-Devil with the Sword run. This is a George Perez cover, issue number 12.
Nice.
And when I seen George Perez, and I think this was like, how much was this? It was $2. So it was either going to be $2 or it was going to be free. So I was like, yeah, George Perez, I'll get that all day long for $2. And then the last 4 books that I got are newer. They are from the Nightwing run that's been coming out. It was the DC Rebirth. I got 15, which is an awesome cover. I love that purple.
I do too.
I like that purple too.
I love purple comic background.
Yeah,
for sure.
And it kind of reminds me of what was those like clip art kind of covers they did in Marvel in the 70s. Kind of reminds me of that. I got number 38.
Nice.
And then 56 and number 60. So these are all like $2 a piece. As Nightwing, why not?
But if those were at second and Charles, yeah, then you got the 5
Buy
for
5, get
right?
5 free.
Yeah,
That
was.
So, I mean, yeah, basically I turned it into buy 10, get 10 free. So, yeah, that's what I got at second and Charles. There was another album that spoke to me, but I put it back. I didn't.
Yeah, there was a lot of
the last thing that I got when I walked up front to buy my books, I walked past a rack and they had coffee mugs. And I saw a coffee mug that I immediately didn't even care how much it cost. I had to get it. This is Robin Hood, the animated Disney Robin Hood. When I seen this, I had to get it. And then on the back, oodalali, golly, what a day with the rooster. I didn't even care how much this was. I immediately just picked it up and said, "You're going home with me."
I love that cup.
Oh my God. All right, that's it. That's all. That's what I got from Second Charles. Just a bunch of random to end the day with.
Yeah, and with that discount, it really helped. But I was kind of filling some runs on the stuff that I got. So this one is New Avengers number 33. This would be my another addition to my Doom cover book, and that's a really cool cover. I don't remember who did this one, but kind of looks like a Delato or something, but I don't think it's Delato, but it's similar. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Is it
look
Delato
like
Free Energy? Is it Delato for real? He just called it. There we go. All right.
Yep. So good. Yeah, good grab.
Very nice.
Delato for like $2.
Yeah, I love his man. That dude's just. I watched a video of him doing. He actually painted on somebody's like blank variant cover, and he was using like watercolors and stuff and painting on it. And when he got done, like it didn't make any sense what he was painting. And when he got done, it was actually a Doom cover. It was so sick, man. I actually sent it to Free Energy to watch because I knew he appreciated that. So very cool. This is just some more filler for my Daredevil run. This is that.
He says I have 3 copies of that. I love it so much.
he always does that.
That whole run, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. This was good. This was Brian Michael Bendis was doing this. So this is issue 42, 43, and 44. So I need to go through and like add these and figure out what I've got left.
Yeah.
This one was neat. This has got this is New Avengers number 39, Brian Michael Bendis as well. And this one is also David Mack cover, which is one of the reasons why I started buying the Daredevil run was the David Mack covers. But you've got Echo on the cover. And this is part of the Secret Invasion storyline. So, but somewhere in this, I think it might be this book where she actually falls for Hawkeye, and she's of course in the Hawkeye show. So there's some significance to this book. But I just like that David Mack cover, man. That's what got me on that Daredevil run in the first place. So and Echo is just totally hot right now. This is a Thunderbolts. I want to do this run and read it as well. All of these covers are amazing, and this issue number 1 in particular is really cool. But it's all red, black, and white. But in this version of the Thunderbolts, as you know, that team changes all the time. So in this version, you've got Red Hulk, Elektra, Deadpool, the Punisher. I mean, it's just like these. It's mostly mercenaries. You know, it's a lot of mercenaries in this particular run. So I got issue 4. And I got issue 5. And like I said, I want to put this one together and read it. This one was cool. This is Thunderbolts number 1, an earlier volume. But this is Thunderbolts led by Winter Soldier. And he's obviously being recruited for another team, some team, and I think it's probably going to be the Thunderbolts based on, Baron Zemo was in the Thunderbolts. There's a lot of guys that they're introducing that were in the Thunderbolts. So that was, but $1.95 before our discount. So pick that one up. Runaways number 7. I got 2 copies of that. This is the first appearance of a Skrull who falls in love with, I haven't read a lot of Runaways, but I forget this character's name. But there's a Skrull that falls in love with her, and it's the first appearance of that Skrull. So I picked it up just because it was an interesting cover, and it didn't quite call to me, but it was interesting. This whole Matt Fraction run, these covers are dope as hell, and this whole Matt Fraction run on Hawkeye, that's what this storyline is based on, is the Matt Fraction run. If you notice, they do the shapes like the circles and a lot of the graphics on the show. And if you haven't seen that show, it's really good, man. It's fun. It's a really fun show so far, that Hawkeye show. So the Matt Fraction run is what it's based on. So Red Wolf #1. This is a new Red Wolf. This is not the first appearance of that new Red Wolf, but
oh, that's sick.
That is sick.
I like that one.
Yeah, I love that, man. It's
isn't that an homage cover? Isn't that an homage to something?
Isn't it? It reminds me of Casey Jones, but
it kind of does. That reminds me of Samurai Jack too.
Yeah,
it's really
similarly. But that reminds me, we saw some of the Lone Wolf and Cub ones, and that reminds me similar to that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
This is Avengers Annual, and the numbers covered up, but this is the Anachronauts. This is a world this is Kang related. He's in the little box there, the indicia there on the end. This is a Kang related. In fact, it's called Citizen Kang, and it runs through Captain America, Thor, Avengers, and something else. So I always pick that up if I see it. This character is like really hot, and I don't see it very often, but this is Marvel Zombies, and this one is, they've done several. Of course, they're going to do Marvel Zombies. I mean, they've already done them to some degree.
Announced it, yeah. Well, they announced it too, yeah.
Yeah, and they did the What If, but they're supposed to be doing a live action zombie.
Yeah, that's what they showed out there.
Right. So this is Marvel Zombies featuring Elsa Bloodstone, and she's like really popular right now. It's hard to find Elsa Bloodstone books, so I picked this one up. #1, you can't find. I mean, her first appearance is impossible to find. I really just like this Joss Whedon Astonishing X-Men run. This features first appearance of Sword, first appearance of Abigail Brand. This is issue 5, so it's the one right before the first full appearance of Abigail Brand. So I usually pick those up.
Absolutely.
This is Nova #1.
Nice.
Snag that one. It's the second run with Sam Alexander, so it's not, but still a really cool book. And
very cool.
Nova's coming down the pike, so that's a good one. Mighty Avengers, and there's I don't know if it's the first appearance of a particular Mighty Avengers team, but this one is there's something going on in this one. I need to double check on that. But I think I probably have more Avengers, but Uzo, you were asking me about the I probably have more Avengers and Spider-Man books than anything. So Avengers is probably one I've always migrated to, whether I realized it or not, This is Secret Wars #1. It's a variant, and it's exclusive for Second and Charles.
So they do. I think some of those connected. I could be wrong, but
I think that is connecting.
That's cool. Yeah.
You had to get them, like you said, specifically through Books A Million or Second and Charles.
This was Second and Charles, yeah. So, so I thought I'd pick that one up. Kind of neat. I'm doing this. I've picked up several of these as well. This particular run, this volume of the Avengers. This one, there's some Kang correlation, and there's a new vision. Like, what's that? Yes,
that's the Alex.
Yeah, he did. He did the whole. This whole run. Yeah. Issue 1 is spectacular, and it's amazing that he does like such a. He does like a. I mean, this is it's so blue. I mean, it's almost like too blue, but he pulls it off like nobody else can. It's just amazing, like most people can't make that happen, but he does. Man, he does a heavy wash on a lot of, or he might just like start working on a red board. So everything has like, it's almost like there's a red light shining on the subject that he's drawing. If you,
Ross is one of my favorites too.
mine too, man. Love him to death.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
he's probably Alex Ross is probably in my top 5.
If you
Oh,
have
he
it,
is in my top 5, without a doubt.
I-
When people bring up Del Auto, I don't care about Del. I'll give a shit about Del Auto in 20 years, but like he's literally mimicking Alex Ross and doing a good job at it. But Alex Ross is the king.
to me they're very different, but it's
Yeah,
similar.
yeah,
in that
no, you're correct. I guess
it's
I'd say
similar
that,
in that
too.
it's realistic. but-
Del Auto's work to me looks computerized. Alex Ross's looks painted.
It looks
Straight up.
painted. Yeah.
Painted.
Yeah,
I
that's why.
Well,
see that too.
If you
Yeah,
haven't
like-
gotten lost on Alex Ross's YouTube channel, watching him
Oh, yeah.
work, like his
Yeah.
he just does he just has the camera sitting over him, and it might be several hours long, and I can't believe he does those things so quickly. Like it's just ridiculous his skill set and what he does, and he takes those posable wooden statues to like make sure he has the pose right, and he may even have somebody like dress up so he can use a live subject to get
He's done it himself too. I've seen him take
And
pictures
to
of
me-
himself in poses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said he does that just to get the shadowing down. He wants to see where the shadows are going to fall, because if they fall that way on him, then they're going to fall similar to whatever he's drawing. So he sometimes he did it with his kids too. He got his kid. He'd like go over to that lamp and pose like this, and he would stand there and sketch out where the shadows were on his like kids and stuff like that. And then it ended up being like Wolverine or somebody. So
Yeah.
Alex Ross is Evil's top 30. So he's I just have one more thing. That
you added that, right? Yeah.
my tops.
Oh, yeah.
My tops
Nice.
book.
Tops. books.
And it's I don't know when this happened. This is my last book here, but it's like Jack Kirby-esque. I don't think Kirby was alive when this book came out.
When did that come out?
Super deluxe Kirby Chrome.
Is it?
And
Yeah.
it does, in fact, this is actually what they sold it in, was the bag that it came in, but it comes with this Jack Kirby card.
That card is cool.
Yeah. So I just thought it was neat. It was like one of those weird things you see and you're like, gosh, I need to get that and do some
what year
research.
did that
to
come
it.
out? Does it have a date on it? What year it came out? On the front?
No.
Well,
don't
if
see
Savage
how-
Dragon's on the back,
It's
then
it's
that
early
tells me a
days.
lot.
He's there too.
Eric Larson.
So
yeah, early.
Yeah.
90s.
It might be Jack Kirby,
That's crazy.
because Kirby didn't die till like the 2000, like close to 2000.
yeah, I'll have to do a little research. I know nothing about this. It was just weird, and I
Oh
was
wait,
like,
we're about to get schooled. Somebody's about to tell us bombast. Hippies.
Oh,
is on
boy.
it. He's like, oh my god, bombast. All right, hippie, give us the skinny. Was that Jack Kirby? I think it was Kirby. The cover is definitely Kirby. And if that's Jack Kirby's rendering of 1991. So yeah, he was still alive. That you might have Jack Kirby's rendition of Savage Dragon, which is
that's pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
Very nice. Cool. That's all I got.
Yeah,
that was it. That
It
was
says right here, cover pencils by Jack Kirby.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Eric Larson probably did the inside because it says guest starring Eric Larson, so he probably did the interiors.
Yeah. Very
Art
cool.
by
Yeah,
Darlene
awesome.
Dick Ayers. So
I knew we
Okay.
could put you guys I knew we could put the chat on it and they would come through for us. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And Uzu's master. What's up, Sean?
What's up,
What's
Sean?
going on, man? What's up?
Every
man?
time. Oh man.
He pops in at the tail end.
Yeah. Every time. It's like me and him can't. We can't sync. It never happens. Either I miss his live stream because I'm about to go to work, or something like that, or he misses
I know,
mine.
man. I told him I threatened him. I told him I said one of these days I'm gonna jump on your stream when you keep throwing that chat link out. So I'm gonna do it one of these days. That'll be fun. But I'm really enjoying his comics and cards. Yeah, and the cards too. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, that was as fun as all that stuff was. if we didn't look at a single comic that day,
period. Yeah.
totally fine with it. So we had such a good time meeting, and everybody lived up to / exceeded expectations. So that's always good. So in fact, we texted like right before Thanksgiving, and I told you guys, I was like, hey, I miss y'all already. And it hadn't even been a week. So that was yeah, I meant that was fun. So
oh, Sean just got home. He went to a pizza place, I think, this time, and did his food, Sunday food thing.
Yeah, if you aren't subbed to Slim's Comics and More and seeing his Sunday Fam Day videos where they go eat at a different place, last week was Carousel Sushi. You sit at a booth and a carousel comes around and brings sushi around, and you just pick like what you want from it. So that was
I can't
awesome.
go to places like that. I'll be broke. I'll spend hundreds of dollars. No, for real.
I think it was like a set fee to get in. You had to pay a set fee to get in, and then you just ate what you wanted when it came by, which is a dangerous game to play with me.
That is, because
put a place like that out of business.
That's the price you want to. Yeah, because if you put $100 buy-in, and I'm eating 4,000 pieces of sushi, like
4,000. Wow.
4,000. Those sushi chefs
over
better.
9,000.
They better have their hands prepped because they're gonna be rolling all night.
Well,
let's not call me goated yet. I don't want to go that far into it this soon into my YouTube career. But yeah, I had a blast. It was so I love digging and buying things. Yeah, it was great. That was stuff like that. But I love digging. I love hanging out with friends and having a good time. Just talking. Oh my God, we talked about anything and everything. Yeah. Like Brad probably knows most of my life story by now because he had to ride with me 2 ways.
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all were fortunate enough to get that long ride together.
Oh my God!
I had to ride with this.
Well, I didn't know what we were going to do once we got there. I was like, I don't know if we'll just like hop in the same car or if we'll have to follow each other. So, but whatever we did worked out. So that was awesome.
I don't know that your car could have fit 2 car seats and both of us.
They didn't know that.
Well, I do have third row seating, so we could have pulled.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. We could have totally all jumped in the same car.
See, we could have saved your car 4 miles.
Yeah, your car wouldn't have broken down until next week.
Right.
So
next year, I think I'm gonna host it. I said I would, and I'm down to. I've already got it planned out. I'll be down to host it. So it'll be in Greenville if I host it. I don't know because I kind of hadn't decided. We left a lot of good stuff there. I kind of want to hit Charlotte again, but we can always
do it again, brother. Hey, man, more the merrier.
So we can always circle back around. This is probably going to end up being a thing. I see this being a thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
So yeah, we'll do Greenville.
Not just an annual thing too. Not just an annual.
I was gonna say, and honestly, even every couple months, like I wouldn't.
Yeah, they already mentioned. Everybody said that we don't want to wait a year to do this again. So I started thinking about it. If we're doing Greenville, the best time to do it would be. It would probably be like whatever the next is like New Comic Book Day or National Comic Book Day or Free Comic Book Day, whatever that next. Anytime there's a big comic book day thing in Greenville, you get tons of $1, $2, $3 boxes. People pull stuff out from spare rooms and stuff like that. So that would be a perfect time to hit it up. So that would probably be April, May, March. Probably not March because that's usually when the con is around here. So it'd probably be April or May. Whatever it is.
We do have 3 birthdays to celebrate in March, so
there you go. So I figured that would probably be a good time to do it. I will let everyone know there is a chat started. If you want to be included in the Comic Crawl, if you whether you want to travel or whether you're close by, just hit one of us up on Instagram, and we'll get you put in the chat.
Or if you're on it, want to be removed because it can get out of control.
Yeah,
it can get out of hand.
Sometimes.
Sorry, I don't mean to be blowing y'all up so much, but we enjoy hanging out. So
I see it dying down a little bit till we get to the next one, and then it'll start ramping up. Once I post when's the next one's going to be, I'm pretty sure it'll start ramping back up again.
Oh, yeah. I really wish that
I've already added you. I'm talking to WAC right now to see if they're not trolling us.
Yeah, no, another thing that is truly an amazing experience that I wish that, but sadly it's coming up. Like it comes up way before April, May. It comes every February, I think. But the 15-mile yard sale.
Oh.
So there's a town in North Carolina that's super chill, and they basically like fence off their properties and allow 15 miles worth of vendors, and it literally every year is 15 miles worth of endless vendors. You want to talk about you want to almost just scream like with a megaphone, like, who's got comics? I'm running. I don't want to miss out. Who's got comics?
No, but they have funnel cakes.
And yeah, people will set up funnel cakes at the halfway points. I found really rare. They make these hand painted Star Trek plates, series from my father-in-law. I'll be right back because that's no. She's already. I don't care. She knows that.
Okay. Kids are yelling down the stairs.
You know.
But yeah.
We were talking about when we were going to meet you in real life without having to see your face comic journey. So just let us know on Instagram if you want to be in it. We will throw you in the chat. I had a blast. I know everybody else did too. So I can go ahead and tell you now, if you're going to participate, you're going to be in there next year, it'll be worth it. I don't even care if you have to travel. Eventually, we're going to have to probably travel too, and I know it'll be worth it. 2023, Getting Whack in America is happening. Okay, so we got a few years. All right, cool. Okay. All right, I'll wait to add you then. But yeah, we will definitely facilitate you guys finding tons of good stuff. We need to see Journey's face sometime. I don't see it ever happening. That's kind of his, it's like me and my mullet. That's his shtick. You can't see his face. You got to see his hands. But you never know. Maybe if he goes on the crawl with us, it'll happen. I'm going to try something weird. I'm going to try to do this and hopefully not mess this up. This was the first time I met Brad. This was the first thing he saw when he opened up his door for me to come to his house. So let's see if this works. Okay, it says your browser is having trouble sharing your video. This can happen if the file is invalid. That sounds about right. That's my luck with computers. So yeah, it's not going to let me do anything. I don't know if it's the file or if it's what. I don't know computers like that.
Oh well, that was pretty epic.
Yeah,
we'll see if we can share it at some point. I'll just put it on my. I may put it on my Instagram, and you guys can just check it out there.
Oh snap! Getting real. He's not going to show his face to Lee. So you're only going to cover your face. You're going to show everybody else your face except Lee. I honestly think the mullet thing is getting big again. I'm bringing it back. It's like sexy. I'm bringing it back. It's happening. It's not meant for human eyes.
So the moral of the story is, if you have an opportunity to hang out with people in your area, or say within a few hours of each other, this is at least a tale of where that worked out. So I think we all highly recommend it.
Yes, I would definitely. Yeah, it goes without saying. If you haven't subbed up Southpaw Brad or Nicole, even though she just puts up video game clips,
from 9 months ago.
Both of them up. Nicole, look, she's already clicking.
I was trying to smash the unmute button, it wasn't working. But I don't post video game clips anymore. I used to.
Yeah, it's in the last time I posted like 8 or 9 months ago.
And I posted them all in the same week.
So there you go. Everybody go sub Nicole up. Maybe if she gets a couple hundred subscribers, she's
too busy to do her own content, man. She's on every show, so
she is. She's
not on the show. She's in the chat.
I don't have time for a show.
JD showed up at the end too.
JD, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Our Fins won today, JD. How about that, bud? Fins up.
Oh my God! Just shake Comic Journey's hand is like looking him in the eyes. So yeah, nice for you to show up, JD. I appreciate it. You showed up at the very end. You beat Sean.
That's awesome.
Oh wow, 2023
Sorry about
is gonna be a weird year.
Our kids know not to yell through the house unless they're hurt or in trouble.
Fins up, Brad. Fins up, really? Dolphins fans, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, comics is a link, but then you just find out it's the same thing that happened to us. Find out you've got all this other stuff in common. So
yep. Three of us are left-handed, 2 of us are Pisces, 2 of us are Aries.
I'm a Taurus. My brother's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we stair-stepping.
He still counts.
We both play guitar.
Yeah, we both play guitars.
Yeah.
We had a great conversation about guitars after that. All right, so that was it for this year. Like I said, if you want to be in for next year, just hit us up. We'll put you in the chat. If you don't, I think with the chats, you can leave if you just don't want to be in it. So there's that, but we'll probably be doing this again. It'll be springtime next year. It'll be great digging weather. If we do end up coming here, which sounds like that might happen, I can go ahead and tell you, if you're going to be in Greenville, the best thing you can eat is Hispanic food. We got tons of Hispanic food. We do got some Jamaican and some Greek here and there too. So that's probably what'll be on the menu for next time. So go ahead and start prepping yourself for that.
Prepping yourself. You should already be eating that stuff.
So yeah, everybody have a great night. I hope everybody had fun watching, and I hope everybody enjoyed everybody's company. See everybody later.
Peace, everyone.
Bye,
Enjoy the rest of
everybody.
your nights and mornings.
Me in the chat, I don't want to troll you.